Okay, we're live now. L is for the way you lay in the bathtub. O is for the way you always lay in the bathtub. V is for very, very wet and probably stinky. E.
Egg.
Wait, how does the actual song go? E.
Egg.
Extraordinary and E. I don't remember how the end of that.
It's like E every day. I don't know how the song goes.
Why don't I remember the last part of that? I remember the first 3 quarters, but not the final moment.
Because nobody ever gets through the whole song. we all tune out at V.
I'm proud of myself for V is for very, very wet and probably stinky.
Probably stinky.
That's
what
probably
do you
how
think?
it is.
What do you think the fish man smells like? Probably fish, right?
Yeah, it probably doesn't smell good. I think he just smells like damp.
Well, I think
like
he probably smells like.
vegetation.
I like to imagine me and who I am as a person. I like to imagine he smells like the Pirates of the Caribbean water.
No, that's too chemically. I think he smells like a fucking swamp. Is what he smells like.
Well, but
Which
he's
isn't
like
a
in the
bad
lab
smell,
with all the chemicals.
But it's just a like musty sort of, cling to the back of your throat kind of smell.
Great. Cool. Great. Don't ruin the fish man for me, Jackson.
By the way, we do have Kezia and a guest coming. They're just late, so we thought we'd
They're
start.
like at the post office or something.
Yeah, they said they were running errands, but whatever.
Or at the bank.
They think that's more important than what we're doing here.
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna let them know that we're streaming, so when they come in, they'll be on air immediately.
Yeah, so they can't say all of the racially charged things they want to say.
We are
It's a
streaming
joke.
now.
Do you
So
get
when
it?
you add into the call, you will be live. Okay, so Adeline,
Hey,
how's it going?
pretty good. I'm in my house where I'm supposed to be,
Good.
unlike some people.
Top 10
But-
places I am right now.
Number 1, Burger King. I'm not supposed to be there. Number 2, your house. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Number 3, my house. I am. So, number 10, my house.
Adeline, how did we do this podcast with just the two of us for like a
I
year
really
and a half?
don't fucking know.
'Cause
That's really
I'm
the question.
fucking
'Cause,
floundering
our
right
energy,
now.
we were like having a regular conversation and then you hit the live button and our energy just like fucking crashed. I don't know what happened. That was the weirdest thing.
Did you guys like this? Were
Yeah,
we not good
it was
before?
Just us. Was it good? Like, what is it enjoyable? I just don't know anymore. Well, because we've got 2 things that we're going to talk about today. Is that we're going to talk about the Shape of Fishman, and then we're going to talk about Wanda Visione. But Wanda Visione has spoilers, so we're going to talk about it at the end. So if you haven't seen it, you can tune now. And then with Fishmalian, I don't want to say that. I don't want to like say my opinions because Madi and Kezia aren't here. So basically, we can't talk about anything yet because.
Did you come up with Fishmalian?
I did come up with Fishmalian. I was really proud of that one.
I don't buy it.
What? Jackson,
It's
you
too
know
smart.
I fucking love that play that I can't think of the name of anymore.
It's just too smart. I don't think you could have done it.
Oh wow, it's because I'm a woman.
Yeah, I think your little woman brain couldn't have
Yeah,
had a
just
good
couldn't
pull
do
like
it.
that.
What's that fucking? I love that movie / play. What is it called? Not
Pygmalion?
Pygmalion, but the name My Fair Lady. That's
Oh.
what it was. God, I love My Fair Lady. I don't know why I could not think of the name of it right now.
See, this
Is
is what
it-
I'm talking about. This is exactly what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
It's because I can't listen. Every day I prove more and more that I don't actually know how to talk and I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. That maybe I didn't actually learn the English language. Maybe I've just like picked it up, because I'll just fucking mess up the letters and just keep on going. And it happens maybe every episode.
The I just forgot what I was gonna say. This is a good show.
See, you can't eat cheese before we start recording the podcast. Cheese does something to you. It, like you
No,
turn
no, no,
into
no,
the
no.
Vision when it gets the gum stuck in his tummy. That's what you turn into.
Here's what I'll talk about. My girlfriend's mom bought me a Trader Joe's gift card for Christmas. And I've been buying a bunch of fancy cheese, and I'm fucking living the GD high life
Fucking full
right
of
now.
cheese. He's got so much cheese in him.
I'm drowning in luxury.
I've got what I've been doing, if we're gonna get real, is that I bought a Minecraft Realms subscription, so me and my friends have just been playing Minecraft.
Can we get real on this podcast for a second?
Jackson,
Like,
don't do it.
Let me know if this gets like a little too raw and real for the
Jackson,
air.
don't do it. Jackson,
But I've been
please.
playing Minecraft lately.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your hot take about Minecraft.
No. I was just making fun of you for saying if we're gonna be real before you said that.
Because I don't know. Listen. But no, I've been playing Minecraft, and it's super fun, because I haven't played Minecraft since, like, 2014, and there's a whole bunch of, like, new shit. What's up with that?
Yeah, it's lame.
And now we're all, like, hyper aware of the anti-Semitism that's just, like, rampant, which is weird. It's a fun little addition. Spices it up.
I just don't think Minecraft's that fun to play.
Jackson is the only person on the planet who doesn't enjoy Minecraft.
I can play Minecraft for like 45 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, yeah.
I did it. I played Minecraft. But it's like, it's just, there's so many things that you could be doing. That's the thing about Minecraft, is that there's so many ways to play, Jackson.
We just
it's
lost
like,
3 viewers when I said that.
Yeah, because
Like,
everybody
right
fucking
then,
loves
I just saw the
Minecraft,
viewer
except for
count
you.
plummet by like more than half.
Yeah, Jackson, you can't go on the internet and say, I don't like Minecraft, because everybody fucking loves Minecraft.
I think people are just milling around waiting for Kezia to show up. She's the reason people are here.
Yeah, she's the reason for the season.
What's up, chat? Anybody in chat?
What? I sort of fucking I'm gonna blame the cheese. You can't eat cheese before you get on the podcast
I'm
call.
not behaving that oddly.
I say sluggishly through my mountain of cheese.
I don't have all my cheese with me right now. It's in the fridge. There's just one little block that I've been munching on for the last, I don't know, like 10 minutes.
Like a little mouse, like a little mousy boy.
Like a little mouse. I have crackers.
Do you have a big blue hat? Do you keep calling Dad Papa?
I don't get this joke.
It's Feifel. That's
okay.
it. That's the whole joke.
Oh, it's Feifel. Got it.
Yeah, come on, dude. Come on. It's the fucking cheese. You're off your game, man.
The thing about this Trader Joe's gift card is that they don't have gluten-free crackers at Trader Joe's. And they are kind of expensive. So I do have to make 2 different trips and spend a decent amount of money on gluten-free crackers. So it's kind of like getting a free house and then going bankrupt because of the property tax.
Yeah.
Like, I got the Trader Joe's gift card, but really that's just an expense because I need to buy crackers to eat with the cheese.
You have to. You need to.
Well, yeah, you don't just eat cheese by itself, you heathen.
Yeah, you sound like Gromit from Wallace and Gromit. Or the other one. Which one is the human? Is it Wallace?
Wallace, because Gromit is like a screw. That's why it's the dog's name.
Why would that be? Why?
Because a person isn't named like that. Dogs are named after fun little things. Like grommets.
I guess that's fair.
What exactly is a grommet?
Look it up. Hey, everybody.
It's
anybody
like a washer,
know what
right?
A grommet
yeah,
is?
a grommet is like a... it's like what's on your shoes, like what your shoelaces go through. Not like a hole, but like...
The metal ring.
The metal bit. The little metal ring that goes in like a fabric.
Oh, you put them on... See, I learned this at work. You put them on window curtains, too.
Yeah.
They have grommets.
Grommets, yeah.
Wow.
Because Wallace
Do you know
is
that
like
the
a
little
inventor.
thing at
He's
the
like
end
an
of your
engineer.
shoelace is called an aglet? Did you know that?
It's because Wallace is like an engineer. He's like an inventor, so...
Yeah, he just fucking goes to the moon and eats some dirt, and then he goes home.
What if that
And he
was
leaves-
it? What if it actually was made of moon, and he was just like, yum, grommet, and he was just eating moon dirt?
Fucking dirt. And then there's that fucking crazy robot that it's like sad because he's stranded up there, but it's
Yeah.
also terrifying because
God, that
he's
movie's
chasing
so
after
good.
them at Mach speeds. Why is every Wallace and Gromit like thing like just subtly terrifying, like just a little bit.
Wensleydale.
Like there's a robot abandoned on the moon who is just fucking desperate to get back to Earth. Like he'll take any chance that he gets, so he goes just careening after their spaceship and like almost kills them in the process because he wants to get home so bad.
Do you think I could find some Wensleydale cheese at Trader Joe's?
Wensleydale. I don't know.
I can't do it.
I don't know.
Wallace.
Yeah, it's because we're not British.
Wensleydale.
Having fun over there?
Yeah.
Dude, what's so weird about the Wallace
cheese, Gromit? It's made of cheese.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That ain't it, Chief.
It's made of cheese, Gromit.
Do you ever think about that fucking penguin?
Cheese.
Can we do the Wallace and Gromit movies?
Maybe.
I'd love that.
I mean, it's like 3 short films, right? It's like 3 half-hour.
Yeah,
movies.
we could just do all of them. Or we could do the Curse of the Were-Rabbit. You remember that?
Yeah, there was another one too, wasn't there?
Yeah, the one with the lady with like the yarn balls, and they like wash the window.
No, I mean like another movie after the Were-Rabbit one.
I thought that was a movie. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. I think that's Chicken Run.
Okay. A Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, A Close Shave.
Yeah.
The feature film Curse of the Were-Rabbit, receiving similar acclaim. I thought there was another feature film, but I guess there was just one.
Because the one with the poodle that Gromit falls in love with, is that Curse of the Were-Rabbit, or is that A Close Shave?
That's A Close Shave. Or no, it's not A Close.
Okay.
Wait, it's the one with the robot dog, and when he falls in love with the girl with the knitting.
Oh, that's right. That
is A Close Shave. That's what that one's called. Okay.
Is that like the longest one? For some reason in my head, it's like a full movie.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't see. I can't check.
Cool. I'm blind.
Okay, fine.
You knew that.
A
you
Grand
knew this about me.
Day Out is 23 minutes. The Wrong Trousers is 29 minutes. And A Close Shave is 30 minutes. So you're just fucking stupid and wrong.
Yeah. No, it is longer.
It's longer by 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm still right. I said it was longer, idiot. Dumbass.
Gromit, you've got the wrong trousers, Gromit! That's what
then
he sounds
fucking
like, right?
murders the queen or something.
He steals
Yeah, what if
Exactly.
instead of stealing the diamond, he just like murders like a very high like prime minister?
Assassinated somebody?
Yeah.
We're talking about Wallace and Gromit.
Maddie's here too. She didn't.
Hi, Maddie.
Did she need to get her other stuff set up?
No, we're just gonna record together.
Oh, okay. I'd rather you have your separate setups if you can, but I won't. I won't force you.
Okay. She's a second.
Okay.
Give her 20 minutes.
It's okay. We're just chilling. Kezia, give me your best Wensleydale.
Wensleydale?
Yeah, like Wallace and Gromit. When he
Like,
says Wensleydale. No, Kezia, don't just do your impression of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit saying Wensleydale.
I don't know when he
Kezia,
says that.
Kezia.
Is it Wallace who says it?
Yes.
Like Wensleydale.
Gromit doesn't talk.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. There's other characters.
Were you about to say that you didn't watch Wallace and Gromit?
No, it's just been. Is that like? I did watch it. I just only watched like the ones that my art teacher showed me.
I was thinking that you had just fully not seen it, and I wanted you to just say what you thought it sounded like.
No. I'm familiar. I just only go back to the ones that I know.
Yeah. But what's so weird about Wallace and Gromit is that like Shaun the Sheep is just in my head. It's just like literally nothing. Like it was just like the most boring kids TV show. Because I'm gonna be real with you, it's boring as hell.
No, people like it.
But yeah, apparently in England, it's like the biggest thing. Like everybody fucking loves Shaun the Sheep, and there's like 12 billion seasons of it, and everybody loves it. And I'm over here like, hey, this shit boring. This shit does not slap.
They've been up to a lot of stuff lately, I feel like.
Because they had the Pirates movie, and they had the
Right.
Caveman movie that nobody saw.
But it won
That's
awards.
It did win awards.
Yeah.
Did it win awards?
It won like a Golden Globe at least.
There was a full. Hold on.
I know people love the Pirates one, and I need to watch it because it's got a great cast. Apparently, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's very well animated because it's obviously because it's the Wallace and Gromit gang who have a company name, but I can't remember what it is.
Aardman. Is Aardman doing the Chicken
Aardman.
Run show, or did they pass it off to somebody else?
Is there a Chicken Run show?
Yeah, Netflix is doing a Chicken Run TV show.
Oh, I don't. Ooh,
And they replaced Mel Gibson with like
someone
somebody.
who's not Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Understandable. I understand.
It's just like generic American voice though.
Oh,
So I feel
I'm
like
the kind of guy who likes to run around.
I'm a cool rooster. I'm from the circus. Meh.
You could fly. Oh no,
Wait,
you
does he
can't
not have
fly. We could fly.
Does he not have an Australian accent in it?
No, he's American.
I think
That's
he's
the whole
pretty
thing.
American.
Oh, why'd
Yeah,
they get an
all
Australian
American.
guy to do the American voice?
Because the old rooster is always like, huh, fucking Yankee, fuck you. And you're like, oh.
It's just weird. Why'd they
I
get
feel
an
like-
Australian man to do that?
I feel like they did that a lot for. Yeah, like I feel like he's done a lot of American accents. You know. Like
Yeah, when I think of
Pocahontas-
Mel Gibson, I don't think of an Australian accent, I guess.
He's in Mad Max.
He was also in that Patriot movie.
I
The
saw
Patriot.
Pocahontas before I saw. But he's also Braveheart, so.
True. He was
I guess he
Scottish
is.
in that one.
There's a dog howling somewhere. I don't think it's Franklin.
Is a Twilight bark.
It's a Twilight howl.
I can't
Sounds like
find
his puppies are
anything.
missing.
Maybe I fully just hallucinated that. I thought I had seen that they were gonna make a Chicken Run TV show.
What would that even fucking be about, Jackson?
No, hold on. I know. I
What did
know
that
this is
the
a
end
thing.
of the movie where they got all the like obese chicks and they're like living in a pond or whatever? I didn't mean to body shame those chicks, but they're just like the roundest motherfuckers.
No.
Oh,
it's
hold
just a
on, hold on.
descriptor.
Oh, it's because it's gonna be a
Hold up.
movie, not a TV show. That's why.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Chicken Run again?
Yes. Netflix announced on 23rd of June 2020, coincident with the 20th anniversary of the film, that they negotiated with Path and Studio Canal to acquire the rights to the sequel. Aardman announced Mel Gibson will not be reprising his role as Rocky. And I guess they didn't say who it was going to be. It's probably going to be fucking Chris Evans.
Well, is Rocky even gonna be like in it?
I don't know. If they bring it back, it's like 100% definitely going to be Chris Evans, though. Am I wrong?
That would be good. Just Captain America, but he's a rooster.
That's
Well-
what that role is.
I mean, look,
No,
I don't
he's a
think it would be...
charlatan. He's a liar.
I don't
He's a
think it would
circus
be
man.
Captain America. I'm just saying there is a 110% chance that it's going to be
That
Chris
it would
Evans.
be Chris Evans. Yeah. But no, he's like a charlatan. He's a con man. 'Cause
Yes.
He's like,
Yeah,
I can
Chris
teach you
Evans
all to
in
fly.
Knives Out.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
good
Knives
at
Out.
being...
He's gonna be a chicken. He's gonna be wearing that cable
teabag.
knit sweater.
Hey,
what
Maddie.
if we
I
just
made
made
it.
Knives Out, but all of them were just those like puppeteered chickens instead, but like the
Stop-motion
movie was
chickens.
exactly the same. Imagine.
I would like that. I think
would
that's
like
great.
that.
So, how are we? What's the vibe?
Bad. The energy is whack.
Maddie, set a mood, set a tone for the rest of the show.
Bad.
Bad? Okay. So the show's gonna be bad.
You
Bad.
heard it here
Snapping-
first, folks.
The tone is snapping your fingers, but in a bad way.
Oh.
The critics
Like
can
snap-
go home.
like
We already got
snapping
the
your fingers.
verdict. Bad.
Snapping your fingers off of your hand.
Have you heard? So you know how
What
everyone's all
happened to the
excited
movie?
about Malcolm and Marie,
Sure.
the Netflix movie that they filmed in quarantine with Zendaya and John
Yeah,
David
yeah,
Washington.
yeah.
All the like reviews have come out, and 100% of them are just like, "Yo, it sucks." It's just like Sam Levinson being mad that one of his movies got bad reviews, and it's like John David Washington talking about how much he hates critics for like an hour and a half. I was like, "Oh,
That cool.
I was not
Cool.
expecting that to be what that movie was about."
That's cool. Cool.
Maddie and
It's
I
really-
watched. We watched Black Klansman yesterday,
Mm.
and I was talking
Mm.
about how John David Washington is kissing all of Peter Parker's girlfriends because his date from Spider-Man Homecoming is also in BlacKkKlansman. So
Wait.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's right. Is she? She's not a love interest
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, she's the love interest.
Wait, she is?
Patrice.
Yeah, dude.
What? That's not right.
I know it feels wrong, but especially because they're like a year apart.
Doesn't feel right.
Don't sit right with me.
But it's not like she's super old in that movie. Like she's just supposed to be in college.
Right. Yeah, it's just
But
weird.
then it's like,
It's just fucking weird, and I don't like it.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Feels weird.
How
Bad
weird is
movie.
it that Alec Baldwin is second build in BlacKkKlansman on IMDb?
Yeah, feels wrong.
It feels bad.
Especially since Adam Driver does so well in that movie.
Yeah. Adeline, you don't know. Alec Baldwin shows up for literally like 2 minutes. He opens the film as like a weird, like, 80s after school special propagandist. Who just like yells
Just
at
weasels
you.
his way in there.
Yeah.
That feels like the perfect role for Alec Baldwin. Just like have him be some weird caricature of America and then he leaves.
Yeah,
like, that's
exactly.
just
No, yeah, it's a good use of
all
Alec
that
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin should be doing.
To be honest.
Does he need second billing? Maybe not.
Probably not.
But
Probably
that's
doesn't.
what he should be doing.
He probably got paid a
especially in the
million
Black
plus
Clansman,
dollars
probably
for that.
not. Yeah.
This is
Jackson,
America.
Jackson, talk. I think you're turning into a robot.
I'm not turning into a robot for anybody else because I'm going straight into
Okay, there we
OBS, baby.
There we go. There we go. It
So
fixed
I
it's
don't
just
hear
out
no robot.
He turned to a robot. One of us is a robot. Oh my god, Among Us.
Ah.
Who's the imposter?
Oh, hey, we got somebody new in the chat. Seth Catalano. who's
Seth.
Here from the Dark Side of the Rainbow video. Hell yeah. I love that people watch this show sometimes. I think that's
I know,
so
it's
fun.
cool. It's so cool that people like our thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, do we want to start the real show now?
We can start the real shit.
Let's
Let me
start the real
get my recording software up and going.
Let's be bad. Let's start the real show.
Let's
Prize
be
for the
bad.
table.
Come on, we've earned it. Let's be bad.
I'm ready.
Give me just a moment here. What's this movie called?
Knives Out.
Got it. Shape o' Water. Testing my levels. Testing my levels.
Testing my limits.
Pushing the limits.
Going even further beyond.
When I bust a rhyme, you break your neck.
Got him.
Is that the closest thing
Shout
we
out
have
to Apple
it?
DF.
Let's get it
Is-
started in here.
Is that the closest thing to a running joke we have on this show? It's just
I think
me
it might
saying
be.
that.
your neck.
Just the one line.
I've been
that you
recording this
know.
whole time. I probably shouldn't be.
Okay.
Okay.
Maddie, who's your favorite member of the Black Eyed Peas?
Uppity up.
Yeah,
Is
Apple
he-
the App.
Is he
There-
the one who
there we
dresses
go.
like a robot?
I have no clue.
No.
I have
That's
no
the-
idea.
That's
No,
the
Maddie,
other one.
no, shut up. Maddie, tell me which one of the Black Eyed Peas is the one who dresses like a crazy robot.
I don't know any facts about the Black Eyed Peas.
You seem
I
so
only know
emphatic a
Appity
second
App
ago.
for being a
Okay.
Black Eyed Pea.
Okay.
He is one of the Black Eyed Peas.
There's Apple
Yeah,
the App,
well,
there's
not
Will I
Fergie.
Am, there's Fergie, and there's the guy who dresses like a crazy robot whose name I don't know.
The tall one.
Yeah.
Do you think Yo
He's
Gabba
tall.
Gabba has ever approached them? Because I think they'd
Absolutely.
fit right into Yo Gabba Gabba.
There's the same energy there for sure.
Yeah, there's a synergy happening.
And Blippy.
What's Blippi?
Blippy! You know Blippy.
Is
No
that
one
the-
knows.
I don't know
that
Blippi.
Is that the
name.
robot guy's name?
Kezia has
No,
mentioned
no.
that so many times today. Blippy. It's come up 4 times now, and I still don't know what it is.
He's a children's music creator. But I couldn't remember his name, so I kept calling him Blimpy.
You know, Blimpy.
Blimpy.
Everybody knows Blimpy.
I
Talking
said,
about
"Oh, no,
Blimpy!"
it's something blimp.
What about Blimpy? Jackson, say this Jerry Seinfeld.
What?
Yell, what about Blimpy? But it's Jerry Seinfeld.
But what about Blippi? That was bad. Wait, let me try again. He's Blippi! What about Blippi? I can't.
There
do
we
it.
go.
It's not
There,
that good.
there he is. Jackson,
I would
can I
give that
speak?
A 6 out of
Jackson,
10.
is Jerry Seinfeld there? Can I speak to Jerry Seinfeld?
Hey, it's me, Jerry Seinfeld! Ah! That was his
Perfect,
best bit on
wonderful.
Seinfeld. Remember on Seinfeld when he would go, ah!
Yeah, really good.
And people
I
like
like
Jerry
that.
Seinfeld.
I like the
Got
bit
him
where he
on
goes,
that.
I'm Jerry Seinfeld more.
Yeah. He goes,
Yeah.
I'm Jerry Seinfeld! Ah! And then people
And
were
everybody
like, yes!
claps.
9 seasons.
Yes. He's saying what we're all thinking.
Go
Yeah,
off.
I too know about the soup Nazi. Yes.
Every
Go
time I
off.
see Jerry Seinfeld, I go, that's Jerry Seinfeld. And he goes, I'm Jerry
I'm Jerry
Seinfeld. And we're
Seinfeld.
like, wow, we're all on the same page.
There he is.
Okay, are we all going to start recording? We got 4 recording studios set up.
Oh yeah.
Maddie?
Wait. I've started so many times.
Okay. We'll let you know when to start.
Okay.
So we're all gonna
Okay,
start
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1 now. And let's do our little exercise. Jackson, Adeline, Kezia, Maddie. Jerry?
Seinfeld.
Ha.
Maddie, go ahead,
I
say a
can't
word.
hear anything. Oh wait, okay. I couldn't hear anyone.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear
We
us?
can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I heard Jerry Seinfeld and then I heard Kezia from the other room.
Okay.
Like
Let's-
an apparition.
Let's take it from the top.
Yes.
Geraldine.
Seinfeldia.
Is
Sad.
Because.
Jerry.
fine.
Couldn't.
Get.
Her.
Number.
Yeah.
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 Kezia, you are kind of cutting in and out a lot. What
Yeah.
microphone are you using?
Let me check.
Please.
Sorry,
Because
my
see, now
dog
you
is
sound
in
good.
here.
Your dog
Hmm.
is.
Because most of the times you were saying words there, it was like, ha. And I was like,
Oh, that's
Eh?
I
weird.
think she said has, but I'm not 100% sure.
I said Hasbro. That's not
Oh,
true.
Hasbro.
Oh.
A
I did it.
sponsor. Everybody, hi. Welcome to the Hasbro Corner. Today, we're talking about our favorite company, Hasbro.
They make
Toys, yes.
toys and
TV
games.
shows, sometimes.
The
Board games.
Transformers?
Mhm.
What the fuck are those? I have an iPad. What the fuck is a board game? Well, let me tell you, little Jimmy. It's this fun little iPad, but if it was made out of cardboard, you put these funny little plastic guys on them. It's not resin art. Get off of TikTok. It's not that, Jimmy. But you put it on the cardboard iPad, and you win points. Does it really matter? No, but it's a heck of a fun of a time. Am I right, Jackson?
Mousetrap.
What
I
the
love
fuck are the
Mousetrap.
rules? No one knows. No one has ever played Mousetrap correctly. But hey, it is sure is fun to play with that funny little plastic mouse guy.
My Little Pony?
Still, a new show coming out, same universe as the old show. I
Oh,
know
great.
too much about this.
Yeah, I love
Anyway.
when children's TV shows make you keep track of a continuity. That's
Dude,
super
fuck
great.
yeah, Discord, gonna be in it. Best character? Yes. Anyway, Adeline knows too much about the My Little Pony universe, because she's been watching My Little Pony. Hasbro still owns My Little Pony? I think so.
Did
Anyway,
they ever?
this
I'm
has
not
been-
sure.
Who knows? They do own Transformers. That I do know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Maybe.
Yeah,
Who
could
knows?
be.
Anyway, this has been the Hasbro Corner. Thank you for giving us $1,000, Hasbro Incorporated Inc. My name is Samantha Geraldine, and thank you.
So, okay, super quick.
It's
just do
Rarity Month, actually.
It
So-
is. It's
Oh.
Rarity Month. We haven't been celebrating.
Yeah, the My Little Pony Hasbro site says celebrate Rarity Month with My Little Pony, which we have not been doing.
So, okay, are we not going to
Yeah,
talk about
God,
the fact
Rarity's
that
the best
it is?
one.
Why did Rarity take Black History Month?
That's a real fucking question. She's the
Is it-
only white pony.
Well,
It's tricky,
Anyway.
Hasbro.
Society.
that's on Society.
Black History Month? I don't know her. Who I do know is it's Rarity Month.
Super quick,
She
Maddie.
deserves it.
Just quick
Yes.
shop talk. Are
Shock
you on a
talk.
computer or a phone?
A computer.
Okay. What microphone is going into Discord currently?
AirPod.
Okay. Can you change it to your computer microphone?
Oh, yes. I actually don't know what microphone is going into Discord. Let's see. How do I see?
Go.
So the, like-
You?
All right. Somebody, one person, tell her.
Here, I'll just go into the room.
Okay.
I love
Keisha-
this. I love this three-dimensional experience.
Keisha, make
it's
sure
really
that-
weird when you can hear the person.
Keisha, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, make sure she's recording and going into Discord with the computer mic, because the AirPod mic sounds like a
Mhm.
garbage.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Do I have to say that we're not sponsored by Hasbro, or is that apparent? Do they know that?
Who cares? We are sponsored by
sponsored
Hasbro.
by Hasbro? Dude, hey Hasbro, hey, I know you're listening, Mr.
Do I have
Hasbro,
to
Jim
stop?
Hasbro.
We're gonna have
Listen,
to
if you
stop
wanna give
Maddie's
me, like-
recording.
Okay, just
Okay.
stop it and start it again fairly quickly.
Hey, Mr. Jim Hasbro, give me $50 and I could talk about My Little Pony for like an hour. So just know that that's on the table.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know if everything is fine. I can't hear anything. Wait, I can't hear. You can't. No.
Something's wrong.
Can't hear
Something's
anything.
wrong. I can't hear.
Okay.
It's fine.
It sounded like gravel. It was like.
All was not well, and Kezia was leaving.
Okay.
He was done.
Wait, I would just like to describe this bad experience for me, and probably Maddie, in that I could hear everything Maddie said in person, and then like 3 seconds later it put in my ears, but then you guys are also talking, so it felt like I was legitimately going insane and having a stroke.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. So let's do the sync one more time since we had to stop and start with Maddie.
Oh my god.
It's okay. Just make it rapid fire so fast. Okay.
Yeah. The first word
Wait.
that comes to mind.
Lewis.
Gerald.
Stevenson.
Burp.
Okay, fine. I guess that's it. Just 4 words.
Figure it out, Jackson.
3 names and a verb. Okay.
Okay, listen. I don't know what to say. Adeline never sets me up the way I want her to.
Because Jackson always like obviously has a direction that he wants to go when he starts the thing, so
No, I
like I just
don't.
have to follow along.
Maybe we should switch it up. Maybe we should go Jackson Kezia from now on, because clearly have
Wow,
a better-
wow.
a
Why
better
am I even on
energy.
the podcast? Why am I
How
even
come
here?
Adeline can't start?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe sure.
Jackson.
Whatever. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give half of a fuck about it.
God, Jackson.
Feels
This is
like
our
you
behind the
kinda do.
music moment where we start taking drugs. It all falls apart.
I need more blankets and less blankets. That's a joke from a movie. So how would we like to talk about the shape of water? The shape of water.
Did you know that liquid takes the shape of any container that it's in?
Yeah, so in this movie, the shape of water is the opposite of the shape of a bathroom.
Yeah.
The shape of water is the opposite of a shape of a bathroom.
Yeah, like the inverse.
Like the inverse?
Yeah.
It would
But
be
that's
the
not the
shape
opposite.
Of the bathroom.
Well,
What's
whatever.
the opposite of the bathroom shape?
The opposite of the shape of a bathroom.
Well, probably
Uh,
the kitchen, right?
Alright, I guess.
Because
Like,
that's where you get
time-wise.
dirty and eat, and then you go to the bathroom to get clean and opposite of eat.
But
so
okay, look, but the kitchen might be the opposite of the bathroom, but is the shape of the kitchen the opposite of the shape of the bathroom?
They've got similar shapes. They have.
I mean,
like,
it depends on
big
your
bowl-
fucking
sinks.
house, Jackson. I don't
They both
know.
have sinks.
True.
Both
Not
got
many
sinks.
rooms
Both have
have sinks.
So would
Like
it the
3.
opposite be a room that doesn't have a sink in it?
Yeah.
So
A
like
bathroom,
the
a
bedroom.
bedroom,
A bedroom, yeah.
a garage.
But
But-
I don't think it would be
the
a
bed
room.
kind of looks like a bathtub.
Maybe like
But
the
the
shape
garage.
the shape of a digital camera. Maybe.
Is that the opposite of a bathroom though? Maybe a campfire? Is that the opposite of a bathroom?
The shape of a campfire.
And instead of a fish man, it's like a magma man. But it's you can't touch him. He's too hot.
Ooh.
Lava
Isn't that just
boy.
Shark? Yeah, Lava Boy, Shark Boy,
Yeah,
and
Shark
Lava Boy.
and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
I watched that a little while ago. You know what?
No, Jackson,
good.
opposite. Shark boy and lava boy.
Shark Boy and Lava
Yeah.
Boy.
Which is this movie?
That's-
We were just Maddie and I were rooting hard for that Gaiman to get a boyfriend
He doesn't.
the whole time.
Heartbreaking.
Too sad.
He just gets rejected by that mean
Stupid pie boy.
that
By
stupid
that
pie boy.
racist pie man.
I
Yeah,
love
Pie Boy.
Yeah.
I love that moment where he's like, "It's not my real voice. I'm from Iowa or whatever," and Richard Jenkins is just like, "Oh, I didn't even suspect
Scandal.
a thing."
Yeah, you're so
Scandalo.
talented.
It's so funny to me.
Because cloaking, masking, if you will.
Masking. Didn't
So
suspect a
sad.
damn thing. So today, and by the way, this is No Nerds Allowed. My name's Jackson.
My name is Adeline.
My name is Kezia.
TV's Toby Maguire.
There he is. Everybody
did
welcome
get-
Toby Maguire.
We did get
Yeah.
famous asshole Toby Maguire onto the podcast.
I'm
this
a
week.
vegan.
Yeah. That's one of those things. Everybody's talking about how Tobey Maguire might come back as Spider-Man. The thing about that is that he is one of our nation's most famous assholes. And, like, are they going to deal with that? Maybe it'll just be Andrew.
Wait. What is Toby Maguire an asshole? I'm the last to know about this.
I didn't know that either.
He's
Yeah.
not like a domestic abuser or anything. He's just, like, famously horrible to work with and mean to everybody.
He
Oh,
had
Toby.
no right to be like that.
And
my-
remember Molly's
Mr.
game?
Spider-Man and Warhorse.
Did you guys see Molly's game where Michael Cera played Tobey Maguire? And Michael
Yes,
Cera was
Jackson.
fucking
Yes,
everybody
Jackson.
over, ruining all their shit for no reason. Now it's Tobey Maguire who did that shit. Not cool.
Okay, so Toby Maguire gets to come back, but they're not gonna let Edward Norton come back and be a jerk.
Right.
We're not
Hmm.
gonna enable Edward Norton,
Hmm.
but we're gonna enable Toby
Interesting.
Maguire.
What else? Oh, you know what? Okay. We're saving the WandaVision talk until later because we don't want to spoil it up top. But we're
Oh,
getting
that's
all these
good.
announcements about all these actors who are coming back. All these people from fucking bad movies that people don't like. They're like, oh, but this character, maybe there's something there still. We'll put him in something later. It might be good, and maybe they can kind of redeem themselves. Like fucking, what's the sleazy guy's name who plays Abomination?
Sleaze man.
Elon Sleazebag
I don't
from
know.
Attack of the Clones.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
There he is.
Elon Musk. He was in
He's an
Iron Man
actor.
2. They're bringing back Elon Musk from Iron Man 2, a movie people don't like.
Elon Musk in fucking Iron Man 2?
Yeah, he's in one of the scenes. He's like, he just kind of has like a cameo because he's like a
How
billionaire.
come all
I'm
these
Elon Musk.
all these sleazy billionaires are making it into sequels? Elon Musk.
Because they get to pay their
Donald
way in
Trump.
there. What do you mean? In Home Alone 2, how dare he?
Anyway, point
He left the
is,
Screen Actors Guild.
I want Tim Blake
Good.
Nelson back. I need to have Tim Blake Nelson back as the leader. Because at the end of The Incredible Hulk, he's like, oh no, my experiment's going wrong! And then they just like cut to another scene and we never go back to him. And
No,
Tim
I think
Blake
that's the
Nelson
perfect ending to him.
is Tim Blake Nelson is our nation's greatest Southern character actor. And I just need him to come back as the leader, as Samuel Stern's the leader, who has a big head and is green most of the time, I think. That's what I want. Do you think...
I don't-
Maddie and I will always go Kimi because in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt,
Oh my
he
god.
plays her stepdad, and
Oh,
she
Oh,
was
yeah.
lost for so long. They named their daughter after her, but they name her Kimi instead of Kimmy.
It's so good. Do you think? Okay, I've been thinking about this. I want to have like somebody that we like try to get as a guest on this show that's like very aspirational, right? Like I don't want to say like let's get Brad Pitt on the show. I want to be like what's a reasonable attainable goal for us for like a celebrity that we could reach out to maybe someday. I think
We could be
I think
Tom
Tim Blake
Holland's
Nelson-
only friends.
no, I think Tim Blake Nelson is the butter zone, right? Like we keep
But
growing.
I would just want to talk to him about Brother Where Art Thou. He'd probably get real bored of that.
No, I'm sure he likes that movie. It's a good movie. I like
It's a
it.
great movie.
And
He's amazing in
Holes.
it.
He's good in Holes. He's good in Colossal, which most people
Oh.
didn't
Oh, he
see.
is in Holes. Jackson, you fucking love Colossal.
Yeah, and he's good in Incredible Hulk, where he's like, "Oh, my experiment's going wrong." That's good too. Buster Scruggs.
Fucking
She's
love
that
it.
guy?
Ever says my experiment's going wrong.
He says that the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's all he's
That's the
doing.
only line.
He's like Groot.
Whoa.
He's like, "Hi, I'm the Hulk," and he's like, "Oh, my experiment."
Oh yeah, I remember now.
But
Yeah.
do you think 2 or 3 years from now I can get Tim Blake Nelson on the podcast?
See, I don't know, cause I mean, we are my only like frame of reference for like successful podcast is the McElroy brothers, and we are not the same type of podcast, but at all. But like that's just like my frame of reference for like famous, beloved podcast. And like the guests that they get on, like the best guest, like most famous guest they've had is Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, they got Jesse
So, like-
Eisenberg that one time.
That's right. They did get Jesse Eisenberg that one time. So, basically, my question is, who is the Jimmy Buffett of film?
And also, okay, I don't think they are like reaching out to people. I think only when actors have cool agents, they're like, let's get them on a comedy podcast or something. Or maybe an
Uh-huh.
actor wants to reach out. I don't think they're like trying their best to get guests. If I could get Tim Blake Nelson's publicist's phone number and be like,
Do you have that Kezia just on your person in your
look,
Walkman?
look.
Yeah,
That
I
kind of
do.
thing can be gotten. It's semi-public knowledge. People
it
need to
can be
reach out to
got.
people. You
Got a
know,
Twitter.
I get
Just
an
add him on
IMD
Twitter. People love that.
I get an IMDb Pro account and I get his agent's number and I say, hey, how would you like to get Tim Blake Nelson on a podcast? And they say, that could be really good for him because of his new movie that's coming out where he plays the leader and his experiment's going wrong. And we can help publicize his bad experiment and chat
Yeah.
with him about Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Is he in character as the leader when he's on the podcast?
He could be. I don't know. Maybe that's a
Mm.
fun
He-
bit.
To just be in character the whole time. Here's the thing, real talk, I have never I don't think I've ever met a celebrity, like period. Like any level, D-list, B-list, A-list. I've never met a celebrity. I don't know how I would like actually interact with one. And I think I've said this before. It's like it's not like a weird like I idolize them thing or like I don't know. I just like I don't know how to talk to you because I
Right.
feel like I shouldn't just talk to you like a regular person and that you're
No,
going to
you
be
should.
offended because maybe I don't know what you are doing.
Maddie and I ambushed a Broadway celebrity getting off the subway in Brooklyn.
Uh,
So
I was so weird. I like once even like D-list Broadway celebrities. I have no idea how to talk to them. I'd go into this like weird high voice and I'm like, "Hi, can I get a picture?" And it's so bad. It's so awkward.
Yeah, I'm
I
immediately going into my
never
customer
wanted-
service voice and there's going to be
Yes.
no way to get me out of it.
I talked
Okay,
to Brian Michael Bendis, creator of Miles Morales, and he signed my stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm 19, and I think maybe I want to write comic books? I was like, what's your... Should you be in any particular place if you want to write comic books professionally? And he was like, no, not really. And I was like, hell yeah. And then I decided that wasn't what I wanted to do. And one time I met Chuck Palahniuk, and he asked me if I wanted fighting or choking.
He strangled you.
Yeah, and one time I
met-
talked. One time the guitarist from Suburban Legends told me he liked my Spider-Man T-shirt.
Don't you have a picture with Ben Folds?
Right, I talked to Ben Folds. I didn't really talk to Ben Folds. I said, hey, can you sign my stuff? And he was like, oh, thank you guys for coming out. And we were all like, yeah, haha. He was like, do you want a picture? And I was like, yeah. And somebody took our picture, and then he talked to somebody else. Not a conversation, just like a
An
shake my
encounter.
hand. Yeah, it's like shake a hand, take a picture, sign something. Please go home.
We
I want to
got
get on my tour bus and
Jackson.
sleep.
We did talk to Spider-Man and Captain America at Disneyland.
That's true. We did get selfies with Spider-Man.
Yeah, and the guy at Disneyland who takes our picture did just the fucking worst job
Yeah.
on the planet. Dropped the camera while taking one single picture.
And we met Kylo Ren too. And Goofy.
We did meet Kylo Ren.
Yeah, we met a lot of celebrities at Disneyland. We timed
We really
that really
did.
well.
We met Frankenstein's monster. At
Universal
Studios. We met
We met Megatron. I forgot that we met Megatron.
We did meet Megatron. Okay, real talk though, I'm gonna drop the bit for half a second.
Okay.
The fucking
Wait.
costume,
Megatron was really nice.
He was
Continue.
a sweetheart. But the fucking animatronic that they have for the Transformers guys at Universal is the coolest shit. I don't know how they work, but they're really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's it.
The
You can
cars
do
from
the
Cars, but
bit
didn't meet 'em.
back.
Yeah.
Put the bit back up.
We met Lightning McQueen.
We did.
Oh,
Tomater 8. Dan.
Can we bring attention back to that picture that Dan sent us of him being devoured by Tomater?
To be dragged against his will.
Did you ever see that, Kezia?
yeah, of course I did.
Okay. I was trying to remember if you said that to us after our Empire Strikes Back video or after our Cars video.
No,
Do you
it's
think
after
we
our
just,
Cars
printed it
video.
out and put it on a poster and mailed it to him if he would enjoy that?
Yeah, just get a framed photo of him being consumed.
My Tomater.
Oh, God. Shout out Cosmonaut Dan. Funny guy. Good friend.
Funny guy.
Um,
Friend of the podcast.
Maddie, I can't pull up the picture right now, but one of our friends who's on the
Real
podcast
good.
sometimes had a picture of himself with the Disneyland mater that drives around where he had stuck his foot inside of its mouth and was laying on the ground as though he were being dragged away by the jaws
That's
of
great.
Tomater.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst. I love Disneyland. I love going there. Part of me always wants to go and talk to the characters, but then I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do when you talk to the characters. It's like,
Right.
hi, Cinderella. And she's like, do you want a picture? And I'm like, yeah. And then I leave. And I'm like, cool.
That's what it's like talking
As
to
a
Ben
matter
Folds.
of fact,
Yeah,
I
and it's
do.
exactly the same. Cinderella, Ben Folds, same experience.
You're like, hey, good job out there. And he's like,
Yeah.
thanks, I'm Ben Folds. And then we took a picture, and then I went home. And I
Yeah.
made it my Facebook profile picture, and I think it still is.
I think it still
That
is.
was like 5 years ago now.
Different times. Same Ben Folds.
So what do you
Do
guys
we
think
wanna
about the
talk
Shape
about
of
Shape of
Water?
Water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay,
egg.
the first thing I want to bring up with Shape of Water,
Egg.
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 I think it's so funny. Because, this is a weird-ass movie, obviously, in a lot of different ways.
Nah, man.
But, you would think, okay, so we're making this movie, and you read the script, you would be like, this is going to be, a cool art house thing that people are going to respond to. But, regular America is not going to bite on this. Normal people are going to be like, why did she fuck the fish guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, the general public just totally accepted this. They're like, yeah. They're like, yeah, cool, I like this movie where she fucks the fish guy. And I didn't expect that to be the case at all. I don't know why people were so cool about this.
Man.
I don't know. I've never casually met someone who's a casual moviegoer and was like, "Oh yeah, I totally got this movie. I totally get why she and the fish had to have sex on screen. I get it."
I mean, look,
I'm
I
for
saw
it.
this movie in theaters with 5 of my coworkers from Jimmy John's. And they all walked out of there. They were like, that movie was sick as hell. And I was like, yeah, it was.
We all like the
John's
part
has
where
a
she
good
fucks the
demographic.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy John's
only
loves.
hires intellectuals.
It's like the bottom of the application. They're like, fish man? And you check yes, then you get hired.
It's not exactly true because one of the coworkers I was seeing it with told me that the Black Panther Party was the black version of the Ku Klux Klan one time. So
Oh, no bueno.
But
no
she did
bueno.
like
Ugh.
she did like
But he was
Shape of
cool
Water,
with
though.
fish sex.
Yeah.
But she did. She was down with Shape of Water.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird that people like this, and I like it too. I'm glad they do. I just wouldn't have expected them to.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this movie I think it's the way that this movie is kind of packaged, where they sell it to you as a fairy tale. Like from the very beginning, they're like, we're gonna tell you the story like it's a fairy tale. So like when we meet like the beast, quote unquote, and they fall in love, you're like, yeah, and it's rated R. You know there's gonna be some fucking. So when they fuck, you're like, yeah, I kind of expected this to happen. Like, I don't know. I think it's packaged in such a way that like it doesn't come out of left field. Like you see it coming, you know? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, they build up to it. Maddie and I were like, yeah, they have a relationship. They fall in love before they make love.
Yeah.
Said
But
that.
it's still not so many words.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the movie we were just trying to learn sign language.
That's
That was a
And then-
lot of the movie.
A lot of the movie we were like, repeat egg water.
Yeah.
okay. So that's the other weird thing, right? So Hellboy has a fish dude in it who likes to eat eggs and is played by Doug Jones. And
Mhm.
then, like 15 years later, Guillermo del Toro was like, "What if I got Doug Jones back to play that character again, but he got to fuck?"
Yeah, but he was like hot and young.
And then he won Best
And-
Picture
and
for
no-
that.
Yeah.
No speaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, I
No
wonder
words
if that's where
said.
that idea came from. Like, if he was thinking about making an Abe Sapien movie that just sort of mutated into something else, or like, if it was just a different, separate idea about a fish guy played by Doug Jones who could fuck from a separate one from his first time he did that. You know?
I think it's
Yeah,
I think if Guillermo del Toro is like, I'm gonna have a kind of like a freaky monster guy, who am I gonna get to play that? It's gonna be Doug Jones. Like, it's not gonna be anybody else.
How do you
I
guys feel
see
about
how this movie is kind of just like a Doug, like a Abe Sapien inside of what Pan's Labyrinth is basically just
the
that.
Pale Man?
The Pale Man. But like
Well, and
the tone is very much like, ooh, this is an ethereal, this is a fairy tale.
How do you
Is it
guys
real? I don't
feel-
know.
How do you guys feel about Guillermo del Toro? Let's go around the horn. What are your Guillermo del Toro takes?
I
I
like Guillermo del Toro.
like there's a trap where I'm gonna say I like him, and then you're like, oh, actually, he's super problematic. So
No, of course not. Guillermo del Toro is great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I really
I
when
don't
just-
believe
really
you
wanted
for
this-
some reason.
I really wanted this movie to win Best Picture when it happened. I was super pumped when it did. I didn't think it was going to because I didn't think people were gonna like The Fish Man.
Have
In Lair
like
with
what
the
other
Woman.
movies?
Fishman.
I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to say, like, I don't know. I've never like fully been on board with Guillermo del Toro because like all of his movies I've seen, I've always been like, that was totally fine. Like, I am pretty neutral on both of the Hellboy movies. I didn't much like Pacific Rim. I thought Pan's Labyrinth was pretty good. And like,
See, I love Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth.
yeah, like this movie is like head and shoulders above all the other Guillermo del Toro movies I've seen. For some reason, I've never fully clicked with him, but this movie feels like he's getting on my wavelength finally.
I mean, with Guillermo del Toro, I've always been kind of wary of him because a lot of his stuff, mainly like Pan's Labyrinth, are rated R, and this movie's rated R too. So when I was younger, I was like, because people would talk about Pan's Labyrinth, they're like, "Oh, Pan's Labyrinth is amazing," but I'm like 12, and I'm like, "Oh, but it's rated R. Like, is it gonna get scary? Is something bad's gonna happen?" And then that guy's nose gets broken on camera in full frame for like 10 whole entire seconds. And it's like, oh, maybe I don't want to watch this movie because I'm a child and I'm afraid it's gonna get spooky. So like, I've got like this weird like relationship with it where it's like I know that it's really good, but I'm also like kind of afraid of it. So I have a weird relationship with Guillermo del Toro.
Or what about in Pan's Labyrinth when he stabs that guy's hand? When the Nazi guy like mutilates that guy's hand?
See, I haven't seen that part.
Oh wait, when did you watch Pan's Labyrinth?
I watched it over the shoulder of another kid in my film class who was pirating it off of the internet.
Pirating it.
Pirated.
Yeah,
Pirated
piracy's not a joke, Jim.
You wouldn't steal a car.
But,
Yes, I would.
like,
oh well.
I just couldn't help but feel like Pan's Labyrinth needed like one or two good monsters, you know? Like, there's the centaur
several.
guy. There's the centaur guy, and
He's Pan.
there's Pan.
He's
There's
Star.
the titular Pan, and there's the Pale Man, and that's pretty much it, besides the Nazi guy.
And
Who's-
fairy. That's the point.
Yeah.
Jackson, the real monster was man.
Well, right. I know the real monster was man, but like, just me watching a movie, I wanted some more fun monsters that are like cool makeup and stuff. You know, I just wanted like
Hellboy.
2 or 3
Watch
more good
Hellboy,
monsters.
Jackson.
Hellboy, yeah, I guess.
They're all monsters in that one.
They're all CG in Hellboy though. They're all like
And
2008 CG.
What's your excuse? Why
Anyway,
you look like
I like
that,
this
Jackson?
fish man.
I like this fish man. I like this
Yeah.
fish man a lot. I watched a video the other day that was talking about like the male gaze versus the female gaze and like how those like actually like show themselves on screen, because like obviously the male gaze is like what's attractive to men and the female gaze is what's attractive to women in regard to both men and women. And it was interesting because they were talking about with the female gaze, a lot of like the sexuality and like what women are attracted to has a lot to do with like the hands and like the like body movement of people, because like they always point to like the Mr. Darcy, like him like stretching his hands of like being like super attractive to women for some reason. And like I don't know, I think this movie especially like captures the female gaze so well, because like on some level the audience has to have some level of attraction to the fish man,
Right.
or else I feel like the movie doesn't work. Like even with Beauty and the Beast, like you have to find the Beast attractive on some level, or I feel like it doesn't work as well. Like you don't get the audience in. If she was like
Right.
in love with a glooby ball, you'd be like, this is gross.
Right,
I don't
if
want
he
to
was,
watch
like, a
this. But like
blobfish.
yeah, exactly. But because he's like an attractive, like thin, like svelte, like
Yeah,
fish
he
man,
has
like I
like
don't
a
know,
24 pack.
Yeah.
yeah, but
He's
like
got
not in like
abs.
the bodybuilder way, but like in kind of like a thin way, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think it just like totally
In a
captures
fish
the
way.
like a fish way, like the female gaze.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
the way
I
that
feel
the
like
females like.
when you're talking
Yeah.
about like male gaze versus female gaze, it's a weird thing because it's like I sort of bristle at the idea of like quantifying it like that, where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is what women like, and especially when it's like being done by a male director and cinematographer, like
Yeah.
you know, like you can say that it matches up with something that women do a lot of the time, but being like, this is an example of female gaze weirds me out. But like, I get what you're saying at the same time. Like, it's not as much about sort of the like objectification that you see a lot in sexuality on film. It's a lot
Yeah.
more sort of tender. But I don't know, this movie just has like a really joyful attitude towards sexuality. Like,
Does,
I
yeah.
love that moment at the beginning where it's just like, oh, she's doing her morning routine. She gets up, puts her eggs in, sets the egg timer, gets in the bathtub, fucking jerks off, and gets up, and she's pretty happy about it. She had a good time jerking off, and then she gets dressed and eats her breakfast, and then she goes to work, and it like seems cool and fun. And you're like, hell yeah, like this.
Yeah.
It's just not the kind of thing you see in this kind of movie.
Oh yeah, especially with the way that I don't know, the way that like society talks about masturbation. Like masturbation is a male thing and it's not a female thing, which totally is not true in any capacity at all. But like also when we're talking about like ableism, it's a cool side of a disabled person that like we don't get to see, because disabled people are turned into these angelic, pure, perfect beings who don't have a single thought in their head that's bad because they're
Right.
little babies. And so to just have this disabled woman and like, yeah, she's a regular human being. She experiences sexuality just like anybody else. Like I think that's a nice thing to like set a precedent for. It's like, yeah, she's a sexual being just like every other person on the planet.
Right. It's good to set a precedent.
Yeah.
A president.
And this movie is
Listen, Jackson, I'll
Mr.
fucking
President,
kill you.
He didn't say that.
Mr.
That was just
President.
something funny I thought of.
Yeah, but like this movie is told from the perspective of like a disabled woman, a black woman, and a gay man, and like that
Yeah.
was super intentional. And it makes me so sad though, because in real life in the 50s, like there wasn't like a sad mute woman who couldn't be with her fish lover.
Right.
But there definitely were a lot of gay men who died sad and alone.
Right.
And not being able to present their true selves and find a partner that loved them. And that upsets me a lot.
So here's a weird take I thought about while I was thinking about Richard Jenkins' character in this. Because, like, I'm trying to think how best I want to present this. Because he, like, is a gay character, and part of his whole thing is that, like, you know, all of these characters are in some way, like, marginalized, and it's about them feeling othered and sort of, like, being, you know, sort of bonding together on that as they're sort of working together against, you know, is just working together to find happiness for themselves in spite of the rest of the world. And that's even true about Michael Stuhlbarg, because he's a fucking Russian. He's a communist. Like, he's also, like, just as much... I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say more, because that has weird connotations.
Well,
but,
they
like,
do, like, even Michael Shannon does say, like, well, hey, we don't feel bad about killing Russians, and they're human beings with the ability to talk and think too.
Exactly.
Which is fair enough.
But I always think...
should be killing people.
But here's what I was going to say. When I was in my directing class, when I was getting my bachelor's, there was one person in the class who was pitching a story about a man and a woman who have, like, the story is about their friendship. And she was very explicit about the fact that she didn't want it to be a romance. She wanted to tell a story about a man and a woman who have a meaningful platonic relationship. And my professor asked her, why aren't they in a romantic relationship? Not to say, like, they should be, but just to say, like, what is the reason they aren't? It's not that you need to prove necessarily that. It's just, I'm trying to think about the best way to express it. Like,
why wouldn't you fall in love with this fish man?
Exactly. Like, why wouldn't they have a romantic
It's amazing relationship.
It doesn't mean that they should be in a romantic relationship. It's not that I'm saying you need to change it so they are. I'm just saying you need to have an answer to that question, because that's what the audience is going to be asking, right?
Mm.
And there's a part of me that feels like that might be the reason that Richard Jenkins' character is gay in this movie. You know? I feel like there was an earlier version of this script where people were like, but why would she get with the fish man if Richard Jenkins is so nice and sweet? You know? And I feel
I don't...
No,
I
Jackson,
disagree.
no.
I think that it was very intentional, like, because Richard Jenkins's growth through this movie is really pivotal and expresses the same thing, like the same plot, that these are people who are seen for their one flaw in quotations, because being gay isn't a flaw, but like what their one characteristic versus their whole being. They're seen for what they're not and not for what they are.
Right.
And I think that the illustration of that in like A, B, C, and D is really important to this whole movie. I don't think that they're like, actually, in the end, she's gonna choose this 70-year-old man over the
there's
fish
also
that she has a relationship with.
Yeah, I don't think the nature of their relationship was ever romantic in any connotation, like, especially because the age gap. But he's absolutely very much a father figure to her. Like, she like kind of like takes care of him, and they like kind of depend on each other. Like, it very much was like a mentor fatherly relationship. I never see any version of this where they were like romantically inclined at all.
You want to know what's a good bit in this movie? Is when he's making the fake IDs and he's putting like 50 something, and Sally Hawkins is like, and he's like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll age it up. But then you look at their two cards and Sally Hawkins says 24 on it. Like, she was like,
I did not see that.
It's just funny. She's like, yeah, 24 for me. And he's like, okay, and I'll make mine 55. And she's like, can you really pull off 55? It's just funny. I don't know. Made me laugh.
See, I don't know how old she is.
I don't know. She's clearly not 25. That. She's like an older woman.
It's fair.
She's middle-aged.
She's not middle aged. She's just an older woman. Anyway,
Sally Hawkins is like 50.
what? She's like 40.
oh,
in this
really?
movie.
She does not seem that old to me.
But that's how old she
I
is
would
in
have
real
put
life.
her. No, I'm not saying that she's not. I'm saying
Oh.
that's not what she seemed like. Whatever. Fuck me.
That's 40 is middle aged.
It is, yeah.
It's not I'm not trying to be sexist. I think that's just what is considered middle age.
Yeah, she's 45
right.
years old.
Yeah, so she was like 40 when they filmed this.
And that's why it's funny.
I don't know.
Was
Her
this
ID said-
2017? What year was this?
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah, it's 2017.
Because she
Same year as
told, it's
Black
just funny, she
Panther.
told Richard Jenkins to write 25 on hers, and then she was like, 50? Really? When he wrote his own. It's just funny. It's good.
No, Jackson, she didn't. No, Jackson, she already had her idea. He was copying her ID.
Oh, whatever. I don't fucking care anymore!
Is it?
He wasn't making her a fake ID. She works there.
But
Anyway, God.
anyway, eggs.
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 I love my favorite part. It's not my favorite part, but I like in the movie where they get the fish man home. Spoilers: they get the fish man home. But
They
I
free
like when
Willy.
me and Jax were talking about this, where it's kind of like a weird experience where like he is intelligent and he is empathetic and he can like feel emotions and understand you, but he's also not fully a man. He's like lacks a little bit of that like higher intelligence. He's just still a little bit animalistic. So like I love when he fucking eats the cat and the way that the guy reacts to it, I think it's hilarious. He's just like, oh no, it's okay, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's fine. Like it's just hilarious. Like I kind of like that there wasn't like a babe wait moment between them. I don't know.
Right,
Like
yeah.
he like does something animalistic and runs away, but he's like, well, yeah, he's a fish man. Of course he ate
Yeah.
the cat. Like I like that he's not like he's a monster actually.
Right. And that's what I love about this movie is like, it would be so easy for Guillermo del Toro to just be like, yeah, he's a guy. He can speak in regular sentences and he's like fully just a human guy and they fall in love. Like an audience would be like, yeah, totally. No problem. Cool. Sounds good to me. Like he goes out of his way to make it so he like just challenging enough for it to feel earned when they do sort of get together, you know? Like Guillermo del Toro is just going out of his way to be like, he's mostly a guy. He's like mostly like a person. Like 85%. And just enough
to be able to consent, but
yeah, like just enough to give it some tension, you know? I think there's a
Yeah.
lot that's similar about this movie and Call Me By Your Name, which was coming out like around the same time. In the sense
Same year.
Yeah, and just in the sense that it's like about these like two people quote unquote, because one's a fish man, like
Yeah.
who have
and call me by your name too.
and Call Me By Your Name
Yeah.
also.
One
But
of
it's just
them's a
like
fish
people
Well, one of
who
them's a cannibal.
have like a relationship. I don't want to get into that because I think the whole thing's bullshit, but whatever. Who like have a relationship that's just tricky. It's not necessarily like you want to say like forbidden, but neither of them are like forbidden per se. It's just weird. It's just weird, and they're
Kind
trying
of
to
taboo.
yeah, it's weird, and they're trying to figure
Fish-
out for themselves how weird it actually is, you know? And it's about, and you know, both of those movies turn out in different ways, but I just think there's an interesting tension to it where both of those
No
movies,
spoilers for Call Me By Your Name.
but like they don't give you easy ways out, you know? They could say like, oh, he's just, you know, basically a guy. He's intelligent and whatever. And so it's like, okay, cool, they get together, no problem. And Call Me By Your Name, there's a reason there's an age gap between them because it's tricky. It's weird and they don't know for sure what's appropriate and what's not. And that's like the tension of the movie, you know? And I think it's a really interesting thing, and these two movies handle them both in really different ways, in the sense that like Call Me By Shape of Water is just like, and they figure it out, and they get together and they live in the ocean, and you're like, okay, yeah, cool. And then Call Me By Your Name is like, yeah, it definitely was weird, and like they split up and it was like a moment for sure, but like you never really get a lot of closure on that, and it was just like this thing that kind of happened and you never really, it's hard to form a strong opinion about whether or not it was cool. I don't know. And like,
But like the end of Shape of Water isn't like, and they lived happily ever after. Like she was never intended to go with him,
right.
but she ended up the most rejected anyone can be in society by being shot a bunch of times by a
Right.
straight white cis male
By being dead, do you mean?
with 8
What do you mean?
fingers. No fingies.
Fingy man. Fingyless man.
Oh yeah, Maddie. I don't want to get too far into it.
She does live happily ever
What?
after, though. She
No.
gets to live in the ocean with
She
her boyfriend.
she lives happily ever after. Probably. Like
Okay.
that's the point. That's the point, though. Is that like
No.
Richard Jenkinson's? Yes, it is. Let me speak. Let me
Okay.
speak. Richard
Silence
Jenkins.
her.
Time.
I haven't yielded my time yet. Richard Jenkins's character narrates and says, did they end up together forever? I want to believe they did, but you don't know. You don't know. Like he's the narrator of the whole show, so like that's what he wants the ending to be. But that doesn't necessarily mean that was the ending. Like I want it to be. But
like, you
she
could
might have just
argue
died.
the part where she like gets gills at the end. You could argue that didn't actually happen. That's just what he would want to have happened, was for them to live forever. Like, oh, he went into the water and he didn't just jump into the water with her corpse because he was heartbroken. No, he fixed it and she could breathe water the whole time and it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like a fairy tale.
I mean,
you know?
I get where
Like,
you're coming from. I just think that reading of this movie is bullshit. Like,
yeah, no, I also don't like that,
Well-
but it's definitely an interpretation.
yeah.
I think that's the point, though, is that like in time, maybe that would have been a relationship that could have worked if people were open-minded enough. But that's the point, is that like they suffered because they weren't average and they weren't accepted. And in a perfect world, they would be living happily ever after. But this isn't a perfect world right now. And so right now we just have to hope that they did. I think that's the point of the movie. And to me, personally.
It's like you have to choose to believe that the ending is real, kind
Right.
of.
Because like
You choose love, Jackson.
Like through the movie, Maddie and I were like, maybe they'll be together and Richard Jenkins can have a boyfriend. I want that so badly. That's my headcanon.
Right.
But I know that probably didn't happen.
I mean,
Like-
look, to me,
Shot.
like taking this very
I wrecked my
whimsical, very heightened, very storybook narrative and, you know, letting it play out in a very straight and very sincere way, and then coming away from it being like, but actually that was like a unreliable narrator, and what probably happened is everyone died. To me, feels so
point.
not what I feel like this movie is about.
He says during the movie, the gay man, I don't remember his name. He says
we just had names for all of them.
yeah, fingy fish and gay man. But he says
Yeah.
he
I'll
says
take
that he
it,
can't tell
Spencer.
if he was born too early or too late. Like, and that can be applied to their relationship too, because like it's either a fairy tale where like they end up happily ever after, or like, you know, they died.
Like West
You know
Side
what I
Story.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? No, but like yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think that's right. Like I either born too early, too late. I think that's the point of the movie.
And I also think that Ash Ketchum's actually just in a hospital bed, and Misty's the nurse, and Brock is
No,
the
that's not
doctor.
the same
Yeah.
thing, Jackson.
And Pikachu is his dog.
That is not the
Yeah,
same
no.
thing.
I agree.
That's-
I don't think
That's speculation.
I know
from
it's not the same
all-
thing, and I am just making fun of you, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're wrong per se. I just fundamentally disagree with your reading of the movie. Like, my reading is just way different, and I like
Wait,
mine.
what do you
way
think
better.
Guillermo del Toro's trying to say in this movie then? Like, what's the point of the movie?
I think it's a fantasy. I think it's a story about like how people band together and work towards happiness for a particular person. Like that.
But
this
it's-
movie.
But I think it's like people who band together because they weren't accepted anywhere else.
Yes.
And like he chose very specific types of people that were ostracized or are still ostracized by our mainstream society. And like if Zelda wasn't black, she probably wouldn't be like only talking to Eliza. Like she would probably find other friends. Like Richard Jenkinson's character, again, can't remember his name, so sorry. when like he would have had a family somewhere. He would never would have met her, but he only has her, and that's the point of the movie.
I'm not saying that it's not like a commentary on racism or like has any element of darkness in it. Obviously, that's what the movie's about. That's the oppressive force of the conflict that they are rising to meet and eventually rising above in a certain way. I'm not saying that it doesn't have something to say about a reality. I'm saying I don't like the interpretation that there is that this is like an unreliable narrator, that like what actually happened, quote unquote, in some real, quote unquote, version of the story was actually just about the bland, depressing, horrible real world, and this is just somebody making something up that's nicer. I like the idea that this universe, this story, exists in and of itself, that it just is a story about people who rose to challenge like the world around them that was oppressing them, and eventually, you know, not without loss, but found their way to the other side where they could be happy. That's what I think is important. I don't necessarily like that the idea that there is like a real version, quote unquote, of what happened that isn't what we're shown in the movie, you know?
I think that he's saying like that didn't happen at all. I'm saying that like as the narrator from his perspective, he didn't actually get to see the ending.
Right.
Like that's his own interpretation of the ending. I think it's kind of like San Junipero. Like it's kind of an ambiguous ending. But like we're leaning towards, yeah, they ended up together happily forever after. The end.
Okay.
You know?
Ooh,
What is-
baby, do you know what that's worth?
Yeah.
Because San Junipero.
Yeah. San Junipero. Maddie, they don't watch Black Mirror.
No,
I reference
Okay,
Black
well,
Mirror a lot.
somebody got it.
Did we talk about
someone
Black
after
Mirror
me.
maybe once an episode? I feel like we've talked about Black Mirror once an episode for like
As you
3 episodes
should.
straight now.
I love
Just
Black
like
Mirror.
you should watch Black Mirror.
Maddie and I love Black Mirror.
Keisha and I are just
So
in a
good.
fight, and we might break up. We might break up. the
No,
podcast
we're
about
not
it.
fighting. I think we're basic. We're 95% agreeing.
Yeah, of
I
course
don't
we
think
are.
that this is an unreliable thing. That's what this podcast is.
But we are going to break
I don't
up the
think he's a-
podcast over it.
Okay, then fine. I'm staking my claim on this hill. I will die on this.
Call me by your name.
Yeah, we should have had Maddie on for Call Me By Your Name.
Maybe.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
can't stop talking about Call Me by Your Name.
I didn't like
Sorry,
Call Me
I
by
just
Your Name
lost.
that
I
much.
just lost audio for like a full minute. So sorry. Keep going.
I didn't like Call
Just
Me by
talking
Your
about
Name
Call Me
that
By Your Name
much
again.
the first time I saw it. I need to revisit it. It's not that I like didn't
do.
like it. I just didn't like fully vibe with it as much as so many other people did. I remember I
Maddie,
saw.
do your Call Me By Your Name pitch.
I remember I saw Call
Okay.
Me by Your Name
It's great.
and Shape of Water on the same day, though.
Uh,
It was like
saw Call Me by
double-
Your Name years after I saw The Shape of Water.
right. It was a Michael Stuhlbarg double feature that day.
Mm.
All right, here's the pitch for Call Me By Your Name.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever been happy and thought, maybe in 2 hours I want to be really, really sad? Well, I recommend watching Call Me by Your Name to give you gay, crushing sadness, which is what the whole world needs sometimes.
Right.
Disappointment, betrayal, heartbreak, youth, Northern Italy,
Peaches.
a beautiful Mediterranean sea, peaches, peaches and beaches and volleyball.
Peaches and beaches.
Bitches. Oh my god.
Like a Dr. Seuss
I really
book.
like the idea of somebody like, oh, I was looking for a movie to watch. What do you think I should watch? And you're like, oh, Call Me By Your Name. You know, you got romance,
Peaches and beaches.
Peaches and Beaches.
Yeah.
And you just
Honestly,
don't
like
mention
hip-hop
anything
album.
about the crippling reality of being gay in the 80s.
Yeah.
So sad.
Like, I think that because they were saying that Luca Guadagnino is gonna make a Call Me by Your Name sequel for a while. I don't know if that's still hovering around or not. I don't know what you would do.
I don't
Like-
think we need that.
Right.
Because the conversation with gay media has definitely switched. Like, we're tired of the gay heartbreak of killing the
Mhm.
gays and making them sad and forcing them to come out and making that the whole movie about them coming out in a big, dramatic, unrealistic way. It's like, we just want happy gay movies. That's what we want. So if they're like, we hear ya, Call Me By Your Name too.
Well,
This time it's the 90s
Get
and being
married
gay
this time.
hard. It's like, wow.
and like Call Me By Your Name isn't really any of those things, though. That's why people love Call Me By Your Name so much, is because the conflict of it doesn't come from outside. Like, literally the entire point of the movie is like the family is very supportive and conscientious of the way they interact with them, and the world at large has no, like, there's no outside interference with their relationship. 100% of the conflict from that relationship comes
Internalized.
just from each other,
Not
like,
a-
in between
it's
themselves.
still gay people suffering is what the problem is.
They're
And it's
not-
also
Adeline,
not.
You haven't seen
What?
the movie. The movie has a
Well,
very.
but Jackson, but there's a conversation that goes around all the same. This is not love and me. This is a name that people have discussed and debated, and the implications, especially in the LGBT community. It's not a wonderful, perfect movie. It's a people that people have had very strong conversations about.
But I'm just saying,
It's
you're making these
disagree with Jackson
generalizations.
Day.
I'm just saying, you're making these
It really
generalizations.
is.
You haven't seen the movie. You don't know what the movie is like.
But I know what the conversation surrounding it is.
Okay.
All right, we're covering it next week. We're
Yeah, yeah.
changing the
No, we're
plan.
not.
Yeah.
We can finally
there's
talk
no,
about
like,
if a peach is a
big
kaiju.
movies.
This
we're
is
happy
disagree
gay.
with Jackson and make him grumpy day.
Yeah.
What's another movie we can disagree? What's another contentious film? Shape of
Incredibles
Water.
2. Incredibles 2.
Egg.
Oh no, can't think of anything else. I'm mad about The Shape of Water. But sorry to that cat, you know. He deserved a head.
Yeah, rip to that cat. He does
So
have
bad
like
for that other
lovers,
one.
That's fine. But
Yeah,
then the
that
next
cat's
week,
lonely.
lonely.
he's like learned and he's
lonely.
like petting the cats. It's cute.
He's lonely like that gay man now.
And the guy's like, "Hey, maybe don't pet my cats anymore." He's like, "Oh, sorry."
What about that movie theater though? You think it's still open?
Mm.
In real life, yeah.
Mm.
In that universe, but in 2021.
Flooded. Moldy.
Wow.
Like that
Yeah.
scene.
What's up with this?
That
What's,
scene
the, what's
where
up
they
with this failing theater and like the golden age of film? What's up with that?
Well, I don't know. She's always like, I want to be a movie star and I do the tap dance.
Yeah, it's cute. Jackson, are you just not going to be in the podcast anymore?
What? I didn't have anything to say. What do you want from me?
Wait, okay, let's find something we all agree on.
Let's talk about water.
Motif.
You were talking
What's
about
the
something else.
motive?
I didn't
Let's
chime
talk about-
in for a second.
Eggs.
Let's talk about eggs, okay?
The eggs are
Let's
great.
talk
I
about
love the
eggs.
For the
eggs.
first. When I saw this movie for the first time, I could not stop. Anyone who had seen it, every time I saw them, I would say egg. Every time I saw them, I would say egg. I was constantly talking about this egg motif. And no one believed me.
Okay, tell us about the egg motif then.
Well, because eggs represent her sexuality, or at least they coincide with it. I think they represent the
Oh.
more innocent form of her expression of her sexuality, because she makes eggs at the beginning before she masturbates in the bathtub,
Right.
and she gives eggs to the fish man when they build their friendly relationship before they have a sexual one.
And they also basically meet in a bathtub.
Yeah,
True.
with eggs.
Egg,
Yeah.
egg
With
tub.
eggs. Egg tub.
With eggs,
Everywhere you
bathtub
look,
sex,
egg
it all
tub.
connects.
It's all together.
The
Love.
shape of water,
Eggs.
it's eggs.
It's,
There you go.
And
There's
like
water in the egg.
being reborn and like egg. Whoa.
Fertility.
Fertility. What?
Protein.
You know, humans are 96%.
Oh yeah,
water.
he can only eat protein.
Did you know humans are 96% egg?
That's because the shape of water is egg, and
Eggs.
eggs are 96% water. And
Ergo.
do you think that fishmen are more percent water or less percent water?
More?
Less. I'm still putting a flag in the
I
ground.
think-
Less percent water.
I
Do
can't
you think they're
fucking
more
believe you would
closely-
say that, Jackson. Fuck you.
We disagree again.
The fish man's less
This is a
percent water.
predicament.
The shape of fish man, egg, water, egg,
Bathtub.
cookie, bathtub,
Repeat.
starfish.
I do love to stop goofing for 1 second. I do love the representation of like who she is as a person like in her clothing, where we see it's this cute little just like little character thing of hers. Like, oh, she loves shoes. She has a lot of shoes. She looks at shoes in the window. She wants shoes. It's like, oh, that's cute. But then we
Yeah,
see
those
that
red
she really
shoes.
wants these red shoes. She yearns for a life that isn't her own. And then as the movie goes on and she becomes more independent and she like falls more in love and becomes more of who she really is.
More
and she starts
wholly herself.
wearing, and she's got like the red headband and then the red shoes and the red jacket at the end. It's so nice.
But why does when they fill the whole bathtub up with water, bathroom, the whole room
Yes.
up with water, and Richard Jenkins just opens that door up, and he just stands there for so long, and he's just like ha 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 ha, and she's naked, and they're both naked. I think that seems weird. It's a weird scene.
I think it's good.
I feel like
No, it was her.
it's good.
And
It's good, but it just no one reacts
Sex
like
positive.
how I would.
it's
I-
sex positive. He's
But
gay.
why would
It's
you
not
react
doing
like-
But
anything for him.
It's
gay.
weird to have your.
He's gay.
Maybe he's attracted to the fish man. They're polyamorous.
Yeah, you
That's
have to
my
look at that
problem is the fish
ass.
penis. That's
Yeah,
my
the-
only
yeah.
qualm with the movie is why do we have to know how his penis works?
Well,
Like,
but with
I don't know,
with the
I
whole,
like it.
it's rated R, and we talk
No.
about his penis so much, and they're not gonna show it to us. They're gonna tell, not show in a film about a sexy fish man. Are you kidding me?
I would argue it's better
Go
just to
as far
have
as
the
to
like
explain, at least
representational
show
hand
us.
motion. I think that's a lot
Say
more.
again?
I just think it's better to have like a representational hand motion. I think that's like so much more evocative than just showing a real penis would be.
A fish one.
Saying
Yeah.
inequality, we see so much of her naked body. We see her boobs,
Yeah.
and we don't get to say
I
his
mean,
fish penis.
He
the whole
is
time,
naked the whole
Adeline.
time.
Yeah.
He's naked
But we
the whole
don't see
time.
his
We don't
penis.
see his penis.
Listen, I'm just saying if you're gonna make a big whole thing about it, I'm just saying it's a movie. You should show
I
us
think-
the fish
yeah.
penis.
I think this movie is more rated R, not because of the sex, but because you do see Michael Shannon just rip his pussy fingers right
Just
off his
fucking
body.
rip his
Yeah.
fingers off and
Rules.
throw
His
them across the living
fingers.
You hear like the
Ugh.
sounds of his knuckles coming apart. So
Yeah,
bad.
fucking sucks, dog. And when
Yeah,
he's
when Michael
torturing the
Stuhlbarg-
Russian guy, hate
Yeah, when
that
Michael
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
Stuhlbarg gets shot in the face and he like puts his finger through his
Comrade.
cheek hole and pulls him around.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks a whole lot. It ain't good.
Okay,
Yeah,
what do you think
it's
is
a weird
worse?
film because I really, really like it, but I feel like I don't want to like recommend it to people because it is rated R and there is a lot of sex and disturbing violence where people rip their fingers off. So it's like it's such a good movie. I don't know if you should watch it.
yeah. I
This
need to
movie-
be there with you, and I need to pause it and say why things are good and not silly or dumb.
Well, I know
Just-
not
just
even
trust
that. It's
me.
just I feel like I need to prepare you for like what actually happens in the movie because I'll go on about how cute of a fairy tale it is and how much I love the fish man. But at some point, a man is gonna rip his fingers off and throw it at somebody, and I just need you to know that that's gonna happen.
Dead fingers.
I love
Yeah.
how often
But-
like fingers get thrown around in this movie and like just the
Yeah.
little noises they make as they bounce around. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Like, good on you, sound design.
Yeah.
It's great.
Womp womp. That's the
But
noise I
also-
would choose.
Like a but as they bounce off the floor.
Boing, boing, boing. Like the mushrooms in a Mario Kart when you're
Yeah,
bouncing,
Ugh.
like
Yeah,
that.
at least he has a good attitude about it. He's like, "Hey, why did you have to put my fingers in a bag of mustard?" They're like, "It was it's all we could do." At least you
It's
got
like,
to your fingers
yeah.
back.
We found some fingers. I don't know what you wanted from us.
Put them in a sandwich.
Oh.
Mm. Egg.
Found some
Delicious.
fingers in my
Egg,
sandwich.
egg, fingers. repeat. I wish you guys could see us
Repeat.
doing our sign language. We learned so much sign language.
Mm-hmm.
You did
That's what the point of this
actually.
movie is.
That was one of the other things. I feel like I don't. This is a totally nitpicky thing, but like the way that she signs does not feel like a fluent sign language speaker. Like when she's like finger spelling, she is like so slow. If you've ever spoken to a person who's like fluent in sign language, they finger spell like lightning. It looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it looks so insane what they're doing with their hands, and you have to like practice so hard to be able to read what they're spelling in real time.
I feel like they misread the gag where she says "fuck you" to the guy, and she's like, she was saying "thank you," because in real life, the sign language for fuck you and thank you are very similar, and that's like kind of a joke, is that there is like new speakers will accidentally say fuck you instead of thank you.
Right.
But instead they just have her spell fuck you and then do the sign language for thank you, so it's like
Yeah.
obvious that she was doing something else, and
It's
it's like
weird.
I feel like you just did the scene wrong and then didn't fix it.
Yeah, it's tricky and weird.
That being said, the way they do the subtitles is really cool, and
It is.
like is another layer of like visual storytelling that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you know, give and take.
A+ for that part.
A+. And it's not like in a distracting way, because you can also like surmise that the people that she's around aren't like super great at sign language, so she's gotta go slow for them.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
but the joke of her spelling
But-
fuck you is that
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
knows that he doesn't
yeah.
know sign language. So
Right.
her
Yeah, she
doing it
does mess
slowly
up.
isn't helping
And
anybody.
yeah. I wish they would have done that in a way where like people who don't know that about sign language just like wouldn't get that joke. Like I feel like they were like, we need to make it so everyone gets it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Which I
right.
think
the
it would have been
mahjong
better
scene.
if I didn't get it.
Well,
Like
but the
mahjong scene.
subtitles would have told you if she did
Exactly,
the sign
yeah.
for fuck you and the subtitle said fuck you, you'd be like, oh, she's saying fuck you, and then when she said thank you, because they're different, they look different, they're
Yeah.
just very similar.
Mhm.
I feel like the audience would have gotten it. I don't
Plus,
think you
yeah,
needed to
I
dumb
still
it
would've
down
gotten
for
it.
them.
Yeah, you saw her
Yeah.
just like the mahjong scene in Crazy Rich Asians.
Mhm.
Mm.
I don't remember that scene well enough to comment.
Oh man,
Okay.
I talk about it all the time. I talked about it in my junior research paper.
Did you hear that John Chu is gonna direct a Wicked movie?
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know it's John Chu.
Yeah.
I
Because he's
haven't-
doing
Maddie
In
and
the
I-
Heights that's gonna come out
Yeah.
soon.
Heights.
In the
Mhm.
Heights.
And his next movie is gonna be Wicked. He's gonna be popular.
He's gonna be popular.
Popular.
Uh,
Popular.
She does that popular for the rhyme. It's good.
Yeah.
It's well written. Steven Schwartz. Shout out. Do you
Funny.
think we could get Steven Schwartz on the podcast?
Maybe.
Is he dead?
I don't think so.
He will be.
if he comes on the podcast.
If
About
he comes
to
on the
be.
podcast,
He
he's
will
gonna be
be.
dead.
You call up his publicist. It's like, hey, how do you think that he would like to die? Like, have they thought about it much?
Yeah, just like, does he have any preferences?
We have a suggestion. If he hasn't given, like, if it doesn't matter to him, if he doesn't really have an opinion, we have a pitch for him.
Or is he gonna be like a real diva about it, you know?
A real,
Steven Schwartz, the diva of Broadway.
a real Galinda
Everyone knows
type.
it.
Oh, you.
God,
Oh, you.
Oh, we have fun.
That was
We
pretty
have
funny. Good bit. Good bit. Anyway,
it's just cool.
eggs.
It's cool and weird that we got so many like big budget musical adaptations coming around.
The Prom.
The Prom, that movie is
The
not that good, and it
Prom.
got
I did
nominated
not
for
see
Best
it.
Comedy or Musical at the Golden Globes.
God, fuck.
That's
But it's the
that's
thing.
a thing.
My opinion with the remaking all these famous theater plays, that's what they're called, theater plays, for the silver screen, making movies out of them.
Mhm.
On some level, I'm like, that's great. It makes these stories much more accessible because it's so much easier to see a movie than it is to
And
see a play.
cheaper.
Yeah, it's so much cheaper, it's so much easier. It's almost like impossible to see a play on Broadway if you just like don't have the money or you're not fucking in New York. It's just impossible.
It's actually
It-
impossible to see a Broadway show if you're not in New York.
Yeah,
Turns
exactly.
out.
Did you know that? It's very, yeah, like the general public can't get to it,
Very.
and that sucks, especially for an art form that used to be so popular. So I think that's cool. It's making these things more accessible. But on the other hand, it's like it's not the argument of there's only sequels and remakes nowadays, but like at the same point, it's like we made our own movie musicals like La La Land and like Greatest Showman that did so well. Why aren't you doing more of those? Why are you just
Can they be
remaking theater
good?
things after Cats fucking bombed so fucking hard?
Because what we've got coming up, at least the stuff that's like big and expensive, is Steven Spielberg's West Side Story movie.
Yeah.
In the Heights, Lin-Manuel Miranda directing Tick Tick Boom. The
What?
Prom.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. He's doing a Tick Tick Boom movie for Netflix.
Oh no.
And now Wicked. And it's weird. First of all, it's weird that this is happening now and not after Les Mis came out, because that felt like a really big deal
Years
at the time.
and years ago.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, it's just,
Why now?
it's tricky. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
Why
And
this
Mean
firm?
Girls. I was gonna say that. And Mean Girls, the musical. They're making it a movie.
Are
God,
they
can you
doing that?
fucking imagine? We are like one step away from
They're
fucking
doing
doing that.
I thought, no, because they are making a movie
They're doing
out
that.
of the musical version of Color Purple, also.
And
Oh my god,
Mean
really?
Girls.
Haven't
Yeah.
we? Doesn't
Yeah.
that already exist? Was it the color? Wait, the Color Purple is one of those things that was a book and then a theater and then a movie and then a film and then another musical.
Yeah,
about the movie.
exactly. So it was a book that was adapted into a play. That play got adapted into a movie by Steven Spielberg. Sometime later, they made a musical based on that movie, and now they're going back and making a movie based on that musical that was based on a movie that was based on a play that was based on a book.
It's like
That-
if they did Little Women the musical the movie,
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
which
Or High
again,
School
I'm
Musical,
not-
the musical, the show, for instance.
Yeah, just as an example, off the top of my head, if they did that.
but I mean, at least with High School Musical the series, it's like meant to be tongue in cheek.
No, of course.
It's like a meta, like, that you see the
Yeah, it's a-
cast.
it's a
They
meta
get a
analysis.
pass, but they've just got the worst fucking title of all time.
Every once in a while,
I
Disney
wanted
Plus,
to watch that.
Disney Plus like sends me notifications on my phone sometimes. They're just like, "Hey, you want to watch High School Musical, the show?" And I'm like, no, not on my phone. I don't.
I couldn't
For
watch
sure, I
it.
don't want to do
Right
that.
now, Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
when,
was the show called where they got the high school casts together as adults to do the plays again? What was
Encore.
that?
Encore.
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 Is that
Kristen
good?
Bell.
Because that sounded really interesting, and I haven't given it a watch yet.
I watched a couple episodes because it's engaging-ish. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see like what they would do and how people like still love expressing themselves, especially since most of them are like, oh yeah, I don't do theater anymore. Like I'm a mom, I'm a firefighter, I do whatever. But like a lot of it is just middle-aged people reconnecting or attempting to reconnect with their high school friends. And
Yeah.
then like 15 minutes of not very good amateur theater
That sounds like
Yeah,
my
like-
kind of show.
with great costumes.
Yeah, with just an incredible budget.
Yeah, great production.
uh,
but can't beat talent.
But then
Singing.
the High School Musical, the series came out when Maddie was playing Gabriella in
It
High School
was a
Musical.
little too much. Like it was a little too much High School Musical for me.
This
it was
like
a-
I
mixed
just remember
Asian
that
girl.
Mr. Bashir once said to my theater class that he would never ever do High School Musical unless the theater department was desperate for money. So that's
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
cool
and then
thing.
he put 70 children in it and thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be okay. I hope he hears this, Greg. Know how horrible that was. He knows. It was so
You're
awful.
thin ice,
Oh
Greg.
my god. Yeah, thanks, Greg. I hope he hears
We
this.
all
Thank
had a great High
you.
School Musical
Thank
experience.
you.
Can we get Greg on the podcast and just interrogate him?
We've talked about this
should.
before.
Yeah.
You should.
I don't feel comfortable speaking to him in full sentences.
Oh god, it's so scary.
I also one time I was driving with Suzanne and I hadn't like talked to her for more than like 10 minutes in a really long time, and she drove me to the like alumni party because Maddie dropped me off at the school and I didn't have a car.
driver.
Or someone else dropped me
I
off
was-
at the
I
school. I didn't
didn't-
have my car.
It was
And
Connor.
she
It
just
doesn't
like
matter.
interrogated me about my job for the whole drive.
Yeah.
I was like,
She loves Encore, by the way. Suzanne loves Encore.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
me really
Loves that
nervous
show.
because if that show runs like more than like 5 seasons, there is like a substantial chance that some musical I was in high school, I'm gonna get a letter in the mail that's like, "Would you like to come back and perform Thoroughly Modern Millie again?"
She's talked about trying to do something rotten. She was like, on the Zoom, she would be like, I'm trying to get it to be on Encore. And when I tell you I would not come back for that, I am not coming back to do something rotten.
Ugh.
the only way that I could come back and do a show is if Greg on camera admitted that I got racially profiled in high school. Anyway, I hope you hear that.
Anyway.
Anyway, so eggs.
We're talking about eggs. Egg.
Do we want to switch into WandaVision now?
Hit the
I haven't seen
WandaVision
it.
switch.
Maddie has not watched WandaVision, but I didn't think you
Maddie.
wanted to. I didn't tell her
I
about
do
it.
want to. I almost watched it last night.
Oh
actually.
no!
Oh.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
totally
Well, okay,
I
then,
just
yeah.
told you.
Maybe
I
we can
didn't
put it
think
off
you
to
not
another time.
cared.
It's okay.
Are you
I
sure?
forgive everyone.
Your spoilers. Do you want? Are
Only
you?
Only blame me.
I don't know what
This
to
is my
do.
fault.
I don't know what to do. I still want to watch it. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
No, it's okay. We can put it off for another time. We haven't been doing it every week. We could just pick another week.
Let's
where we
let's
catch up.
try and review, pick words that are almost spoilers but not. Ready, I'll go first. TV. That's not,
Here's mine.
that's not it.
WandaVision.
Wow.
Lost
Not
dog.
like other girls.
Randall Park.
Catherine Hahn.
Just named people in it. WandaVision. Well,
Scarlett
we'll just watch that
Johansson.
immediately.
Okay, well,
That's on me,
all right.
guys.
Song.
I'll fill the space with another show. What do you want us to talk about?
Black
Oh.
Mirror.
So there's the show.
You guys can talk about WandaVision. I'll just talk about Black Mirror.
Yeah, just deafen your
Look,
headphones.
I think there is a particular thing that we want to talk about that is just fully a
I can
no-go.
leave for a second. I can go. I don't
No,
know,
it's
feed the
okay.
dog. He hasn't
Truly,
eaten.
truly, I don't want to do that. Truly, I'd rather just put it off for another time and we can talk.
It'd be
about
weird
it.
because it's at the end of the podcast, so just be like, bye.
Yeah,
I
you're like
don't
anyway,
that.
bye, Maddie.
Yeah, I gotta go
Yeah.
feed the dog.
Okay, here's the
Yes,
question.
Martin.
Here's my question. Maddie and I have been talking about this all week. What do you think is more gross? Guts or pus?
I don't like guts.
I'm thinking.
It's a big question.
It is. It's a
I
very
don't want
big
to
question.
prompt you.
Because
But I
people
will
like
say-
watch videos of people popping pimples. Like people love that shit.
Right.
Yeah,
But
I will
see,
say Maddie and I
I
have
Do
opposing
not.
views. So, do you pick pus?
I think pus is grosser, and I'll tell you exactly why.
Mm-hmm.
Guts are supposed to be there.
Mhm.
Guts are totally
Mm.
normal for a person to like have all up in them all the time. If there's a bunch of,
You
if
can
there's
say
a,
it like that.
if you don't have guts, you're actually that is a problem.
yes, pus. If you got like a whole bunch of pus somewhere, something is incorrect.
But here's the thing, Jackson, is that when you do have pus occasionally, you are supposed to see it. Like when you pop a pimple or when you have a wound, you're supposed to see pus. You are never supposed to see your guts.
what is it called? I don't know what I'm trying to say. What about
Objection?
a cesarean
Mon
section?
frere.
A cesarean section, you are bound to see guts.
But that's
Or a
surgery.
colonoscopy.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that's horribly, horribly wrong if you see your guts. If you pop a pimple and there's pus, that's regular.
Imagine, what would you rather see? Somebody in a horror film be sliced open and see a few guts, or would you rather see a bunch of pus come out of something? 'Cause
Okay,
I would
here's-
So
rather
you
see-
see,
I wanna
someone's
take
dead
this
you're
in the
talking
opposite
about like
direction.
RoboCop or what?
I want to take this
I
in the
think
opposite
that pus
direction.
is gross.
Not even violent. In normal circumstances, which would you rather see? Colonoscopy footage or big gnarly
that's
pimple
not-
getting popped?
I'm not asking, do you think that guts in their natural state are more gross? But I'm saying in a movie, like when someone's guts are all spilled out, that's the end game for them. There's
Like
no
when
coming back
Godzilla
from that
reaches
guy.
his hand down the dragon and pulls its
Yeah,
guts out.
except
it's fucking
it's
gross.
King Kong though. King Kong.
What did I
bro.
say?
You said
Said
the
that
word I'm gonna have to
Godzilla.
bleep out now.
God, fuck you. I'm so sorry. I meant King Kong. I
making
meant
a
my boy
I'm
Kong.
making a mark on my audition so I remember to go back in, do some extra
God.
work. Thanks,
I'm
Adelaide.
so sorry. Listen, I get them
Okay.
confused verbally. I know I'm talking about the big gorilla, but my mouth
The
wants
big-
to say the
The
G
big
word.
monkey. Because in this movie,
You don't have a
also,
tail.
in this, he don't have a tail.
Are
Neither
you
does the
being a
fish man.
monkey? Yeah, but yeah, you're right. The fish man is also
Oh,
not a monkey. What do you mean? You're just proving my point.
I'm saying he doesn't have a tail.
Yeah, so he's not a monkey, and neither is King Kong.
Okay,
Neither of them have tails.
Okay, but fish also have tails, and they aren't monkeys. That's what I'm
Whoa.
saying. I'm saying he's a fish man, but he doesn't have a
Checkmate.
tail.
Has a tail. Monkey doesn't have a tail.
Because
not a
he's
monkey.
is he a mermaid? No, he's not a mermaid. He's real, and he's not just a monkey sewn to a fish.
Oh,
Like in the
bringing
movie.
it
That's what I'm
back.
saying this whole time.
Okay.
Anyways, pus.
Or would you rather clean up blood or poop? Because
Oh
Blood.
yeah,
Because of
that's
what
like
Zelda-
Zelda in the movies, like, I would rather clean up poop.
I think
Well,
I think
because
I'd go
with-
blood.
Blood is easier,
It's-
definitely easier to clean, but blood has the implication that something
Yeah,
terrible
it's
happened.
the implication.
But poop is just
Maybe it was
straight up
birth.
nasty. Poop is
That's
gross.
what.
Maybe
no,
it was
what
birth.
I'm in
Birth is
this.
beautiful.
Okay,
No,
but
the
in-
birth is
in-
horrifying.
Well, Adeline, you
There's
don't think
also
the female
poop during
body
birth.
is beautiful?
There's poop during birth too sometimes.
Yeah,
What
there's
I'm saying
always
is,
there's
poop
always
during
what I'm
blood.
saying is, if you are a janitor and you know that every day your job is to go into the bathroom and clean up some poo and pee, you are expecting it and you know it, and that's a normal thing. People gotta do it every day, but not every day you're walking
Janitor.
into a room full of blood that you gotta
I'm
mop
not a
off the
janitor.
floor in 20 minutes. But she is a janitor.
Okay, but I'm saying for me, I'd rather clean up a pile of blood than a pile of poop.
But Keisha, you're the only one who wants poop right now.
Isn't it interesting
I don't. Not saying
that,
I want it.
eating, like, consuming somebody's blood, like, definitely would be a lot more dangerous than consuming somebody's poop. But, like, evolutionarily, we are so physically repulsed by poop, but have basically no hardwired reaction to blood. Isn't
Yeah,
that strange?
dogs eat
Yeah,
poop all the
it's weird.
time.
It's weird. Weird that
Do you
it
ever
is that
think
way.
about, like, this is kind of gross. Do you ever think about, like, why does poop smell like that? Why is it like
Because the
that?
bacteria.
It's all the stuff that you didn't eat. Is that just what your tummy smells like?
Well, no,
That's
we
the
only think it's
the
bad.
bacteria in your intestines.
Well, but we only think it smells bad because evolutionarily it's a defense
Well, but-
mechanism to not get us to eat it.
Well, but so if you cut up somebody's tummy and you cut them open back to guts, would it just smell like shit? Like, is that just what the
Yeah,
inside of
there-
the human body
Yeah,
smells
You have
like?
poop inside you.
That's but
There's always poop inside you.
there's always
That's not
poop.
true.
I just
and,
I don't-
and blood for that matter.
yeah. Well, listen.
And guts.
Unless you-
Yeah.
Unless you're
Pus.
Alexander the Great, then you got nothing.
Oh, true. That's true.
I don't remember that.
And they were
It's just 'cause
friends. They
he
were
didn't-
best friends.
He was too drunk.
I don't know.
I
what
was
you're
just talking about like
So wait, so
Like,
he was too
like,
drunk,
that
so
was,
he
like,
didn't have poop, or he didn't have guts?
no, blood. He didn't have blood. They overbled
Oh,
him because
okay.
that was a cure for hangovers. I don't get
Oh,
how
okay.
that was a good idea. They're like, if you're hungover, we'll cut you open, get all those toxins out of this part of the blood.
I mean, it
But
does
they
go into your
overbled him.
bloodstream. I understand the thought process.
Yeah, but why would all of the toxins come out with that bit of blood?
Well,
Like,
listen, we killed George Washington that way. We're like, blood bad, get that shit out of there. And then we did it like 5 times, and then he died.
See, people
Yeah,
do have
exactly.
a natural repellent towards blood.
That's why he died. He wasn't just scared.
He wasn't so scared of his blood that he died.
It spooked him so bad.
Our great founding father
He
died.
could cross the Delaware, but he couldn't handle the blood.
So,
That makes
would
sense.
you guys like to hear a 1-star review of The Shape of Water?
I would.
Yes.
Okay, so this review comes from Amazon.com. And I'm going to say it's a little bit long. And you're going to think you have a handle on it for the first little while. But I just want you to be rest assured that there's an M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end that I think
Okay.
is going to take you by surprise. Okay, so this person says, truly the worst movie I've ever seen. The fact that it won Best Picture shows why America is in such a state of moral decline these days. We are being run by the greed and immorality of big Hollywood. Quote, anything goes, unquote, because there is no longer a standard of truth and decency in that industry. Gratuitous sex with a fish man, gratuitous masturbation, a supremely evil character that makes you want to vomit, swearing, trash talking, very goofy movie. As another
A goofy
reviewer
movie.
says, truly a B movie. I wish I could unwatch this movie. Here comes the twist. Watching this movie is as bad or probably worse, if that's even possible, than listening to a State of the Union address by the Donald. Please, God, help me forget the evil of
Donald.
this movie.
Oh,
Okay, so
this
about black people, gay people, and disabled people are oppressed reminds you of Donald Trump speaking. God.
I really like the idea of the pitch that is God said Adam and Eve, not Eve and a fish man.
What
We
is
all
Hollywood
knew that.
coming to?
Adam and Eve, not
Decency is
Salmon and
dead.
Eve.
Now all of our kids are gonna be attracted to fish people.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Is this the fish agenda?
Did you guys hear when I said? Did you guys hear
No,
when I
what
said
did you
Adam and
say?
Eve, not Salmon and Eve?
That was
Oh,
really
that's good.
good.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank
That's
you.
good. That's good.
Just
That's
wanted to
good.
make sure you guys all heard that because I had to say it a couple of times.
That's another thing Maddie and I say all the time is my name is Salmon.
salmon.
And I'm a
'Cause wow.
ghost girl.
The lovely
That's it.
bones.
Let's cover that movie, The Lovely Bones.
They never found her lovely bones. Spoiler alert.
Peter
what the fuck
Jackson.
we're talking
So,
about.
anyway, my name's Jackson McMurray.
What
Wait,
is
I
Alan
didn't-
McMurray?
Well, just a second. Now I didn't give any Twitter handles or anything.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go
okay?
for it, Kezia. Go fast, though.
Okay, here I go. Hi, thanks for listening to our podcast. If you have any movies that you'd like us to cover, please leave them in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at No Nerds Pod. You can follow Jackson at Jepperpack. You can follow Adeline at Hollaback Horse. I don't have a Twitter, but you can follow my sister. She's gonna say her stuff.
Madison_Rhodes.
Oh,
Oh,
She
yeah.
has some funny
On
tweets.
Twitter.
There's
Oh, I didn't know you were
I
on
have
Twitter.
some tweets.
I'll follow
I'm
you
on Twitter. Yeah.
if you like
Glee.
or
You like
RuPaul's
Glee?
Drag Race.
If you like Glee and RuPaul's
Absolutely.
Drag Race.
You will like
Then
my
follow-
Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter. That wasn't good.
The whole Twitter.
Anyway, this was our Valentine's Day episode. Happy
Right.
Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
oh,
Love
oh,
is to
oh.
be
We also have a Discord server now. I should have plugged this at the
yeah.
beginning when people were milling
and
around.
a TikTok.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop plugging the TikTok for a minute until I figure out what I want to do with it. But
Okay.
get nothing on the TikTok.
No, we don't have a
fucking
TikTok. That
Discord
was
server.
lie.
I don't know if the link is in the description on this video, but it is pinned to the top of our Twitter account. So if you want to check out our Twitter, from there you can get to the Discord server and hang around. We've actually been having some fun on there. In one of our channels, we talked about
The Golden Globes.
yeah. Talked about the
Noms.
Golden Globes. We talked about how Chloe Zhao's doing a new Dracula movie. We talked about how
whether or not clones have belly buttons.
clones have belly buttons. We talked about whether or not Timothée Chalamet now is what Johnny Depp was 30 years ago, and we decided yes. It's good stuff over there.
Also, do you think let us know in the comments, do you think Timothée Chalamet should play Dr. Frankenstein first, or Dorian Gray?
Dorian Gray.
That's a
Dorian
good pitch.
Gray.
That is a better pitch.
Dorian-
than
That's
Fair.
Maddie's
Frankenstein, I
pitch.
think.
That's 100% on Maddie.
I
I
could talk
think-
about that for 18
Wait,
hours.
hold on, Jackson. You said Timothy Chalamet couldn't be Victor Frankenstein because he wasn't fucking like pasty and old and like cringy enough. And you're saying he is pasty and pale and sickly enough to be fucking Dorian Gray? You kidding me?
What? No,
You
I
kidding
was
me with
saying I
shit?
didn't. I was saying I didn't like Dr. Frankenstein looking like he's 19.
But he's a college student.
Adeline, I've said this
Yeah.
before and I'll say it again. 1820s, 19 is like modern day 35. Okay, it's not the
Just
same.
saying I'm just saying period pieces are big right now. And if you said Dr. Frankenstein, Timothy Chalamet, you get some asses of chairs.
I don't want asses
Yeah,
and
and you
chairs.
get $20 from me.
Yeah, yeah. So
least.
fuck you.
That's
Jackson.
right up Maddie's alley is Frankenstein and Timothée Chalamet.
Dude, that's my literal dream.
Yeah,
That's
so
pandering.
Jackson, shove it.
I
I'm
think
a
I would
genius.
cast David Hyde Pierce as Dr. Frankenstein. That's
No.
my pick.
Incorrect. Bad.
Good.
Bad.
He was the voice of the
Also,
stick
I
bug in
didn't-
Bug's Life. That's how I know he'd be good.
It's bad.
He was the log bug in Kong
In
Skull
Kong Skull
Island.
Island.
He did the motion capture.
He really did.
I
Okay,
did forget to say. I just want to say really fast. I'm really mad that Doug Jones hasn't won any Oscars because man, that guy acts so much and he does
Yeah.
it so well with
does.
no words.
He's
and it's
on
just
the-
stupid. I'm sick of it.
He's on the
And
new Star Trek
it's
show,
Doug Jones.
apparently.
Yeah, I know, but he still doesn't get to use his face. I'm just saying, he does so many movies and TV shows where he does such great physical acting, and people don't care about that. And Doug Jones
'Cause
doesn't
he's in
get
a
any
costume.
justice. We don't get any motion capture justice. I'm sick of it.
Right,
That's
right.
all.
Andy Serkis and Doug Jones should just
Andy
like,
Serkis and
commit a crime together and get publicity.
no, I just want the Academy to see things the way
To
I see things.
recognize talent
We're
when
the
they
only
see it.
people who are right. The
Yeah.
end.
So anyway, podcast is over. Yes.
Yeah, subscribe,
Yeah.
End of podcast.
comment, like, share,
End of podcast.
party,
Eggs.
Egg.
party.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Okay, me too.
Okay, cool. God, I hate the energy drop as soon as we stop recording. I fucking hate it. It's the worst because we're
Okay.
still fucking live and I can't turn into a robot and zone out. I hate it.
Now that we've moved on, Adeline, I just want to say this, okay? I'm
Yes.
totally open to hearing criticism about Call Me By Your Name. Obviously, I don't think it's a perfect movie. Obviously, I think it's people's right to criticize whatever they want about it. But I think that if you are going to have a discussion or an argument with somebody about it, you should see the movie. Because it's a complicated movie
So I just
with a lot of
that we
moving
needed to
pieces.
discuss that there was another side of this argument because no one was bringing it up, and I didn't want to say no nerds allowed 100% down for Call Me By Your Name because it is a movie that people have had discussions about, and it's a very like highly contended film. So I wanted to make sure that the other side of the argument was voiced. I get your point, but I was also just trying to make sure that we got the full spectrum of the opinion.
We don't need to get the full spectrum of the opinion about everything. It's not our
But I
responsibility.
think it's important, especially with this film, because Jackson, you are not a gay man.
But neither
But
are
you are a pie
Adeline.
fan.
But that's an important opinion to have for this film because that's what the point of contention is for the film.
Right. I'm saying if you're gonna verbalize this point of contention, you should see the movie so you know what you're talking about.
Fine, fuck you. I hate you.
Time to
Call Me By Your Name, perfect movie. Jackson McMurray, 2020.
I want to have
no,
a discussion with
no.
people who've seen it.
Play back the tape. Play
Yeah.
back the tape. It's a good movie and it's done well, but it does fall into that same trope that sad. Being gay is sad.
Yeah. Because see, here's
Yeah.
what I would
That's
say.
what I'm saying.
I wanna
Because
say-
I know
Yeah,
so much from the
Okay, we all
movie.
agree. We all
But-
feel the same
But
way.
Keisha has seen it. Is the difference?
And
I
Maddie
know, but
has
I'm
seen it.
saying, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And here's
Cut
something
that
else I
out of the
want to say for Call Me
podcast.
By Your Name. I want to put this out there. I want to like think about it. Because I don't think that Call Me By Your Name is necessarily, I don't think homophobia is the conflict. I think the conflict is literally, like what feels cool about that movie is how little it feels like the fact that they're gay is actually the problem. The problem is just their like interpersonal relationships and the way that they like interact, like the way that they fit together in their particular circumstances, you know? And I think that is like, and you know, obviously there are other problems besides that, but I don't like boiling it down to, oh, this movie's about internalized homophobia, because I don't think that's what it is at all. Anyway.
I think it's part of it. I don't think it's the whole
Yeah.
of it. But I do. It is. It's hard to say. They would probably. I don't know. It's not that his family is like homophobic. It's that like Oliver's own internalized homophobia isn't gonna really let him like admit that this is more than
Right.
just like a summer fling,
Yeah.
and that sucks for poor
Yeah.
Timmy T.
Right.
Timmy T.
And I also think like a lot of that movie is very joyful. Like it
Yeah.
ends sadly, but not in a way that is like exclusive to a gay experience, I don't think. Like it's about like loving someone very passionately when you're young and then being so fucking heartbroken when it doesn't work out in a way that is completely irrational, which is a pretty universal experience.
Sobbing into the fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy Thanksgiving, baby. Happy Thanksgiving.
In Italia.
Italia, we're back in Italy.
Oh, it was a
Oh.
beautiful day. And
Hey,
it's
it's
so
all of
in
us.
Italy.
They're American.
I'm calling to say I have a girlfriend. We get married.
I want to pull a statue out from the ocean. That's my impression of Michael Stuhlbarg.
Take a spin. Before we get back. That's a great movie.
I want to
Highly
fuck on a
recommend.
beach.
Oh, we didn't talk about the things that we do like. Whoops.
Oh yeah, we
well,
can try and do
that's okay.
that. What I want to do for that is I don't want it to be like a whole thing where we like come prepared with paper or whatever. I want it to be like 2 sentences. Be like,
That's fair.
I watched The Little Things. I thought it was pretty good, and I liked the ending of it. I thought it was a fun twist. Like, boom, next person go.
Ooh.
That's what I would want to do.
All right, next week.
Next week we'll make a note of it.
Oh,
I'll get him next time.
go get him, Tiger.
Because what we did when we very first started the podcast was we tried to have like a secondary topic every week that we would bring up where we would be like, okay, so here's something else I was thinking about, and I wrote this little thing about why I think it's good. I don't want to do that. I want it to just be like, yeah, fucking Queen's Gambit. Just be like, blam.
I didn't watch Queen's Gambit, but I got to playing chess like a real fan.
Wow.
No, just kidding.
I'm a real
here's
Queen's
something
Gambit
that
fan.
happened
I
is
didn't
that
watch the show.
okay, let me say this. Let me please say this is that Jackson asked me to play Words with Friends with him. I downloaded the app just for him, and then he got mad that I beat him, so he didn't play me anymore.
Well, okay, I just hadn't been.
And that's a
thinking about
true
it.
story.
I'll keep playing with you. I didn't. Okay, look.
No.
Here's the thing. Here's the God's honest truth. Okay, not mad that
Yeah.
you beat me. Expected you to beat me. You've got much more practice than I have. You've been playing it longer.
Excuses.
I would never have expected to win, right? That's not the problem. The problem is when you play like a 3-letter word and get like 80 points. That's when I get angry.
Yeah, I plan them ahead sometimes and hope that you don't take spots. It's because you don't use the triple word score
I'm always
slot.
trying to use the triple word scores. I'm constantly focusing on the triple word scores.
I don't know what to tell you. The last thing that happened was I played Queen for 35 points, and then the next turn I took, I played Twin for 55 points.
And I also just get steamy at the words that it allows you to do.
That's fair.
And it's not even just you. Sometimes I play words where I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. I got away with
That's not English.
I got away with the word E, spelled E-E. I was like, that is nothing. That is not a word.
There should be. I hope that the next big show is Queen's Gambit. But it's
Words
you
with
know,
Friends.
Scrabble.
No, Words with
Words
Friends.
with Friends would be even. That'd be so bad. Yeah, I love.
What was that
I
like
word
scribble
games.
game that everybody had on their phone in like 2012? Do you remember that game?
Vaguely.
Oh.
Scribble.io.
Draw something.
Draw
I played it a lot when
something.
I played it so much when I had the chicken pox in
Maddie got the
2016.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was horrible. But I had a resurgence of Apple games, so I played a lot of draw something.
Draw some friends.
Try to draw friends.
Imagine some friends.
Words some friends.
I word friends all the time.
What's the
Look
word?
at
Well,
me.
If anyone wants to play Words of Friends with me, I'm about to delete the app.
I
so
do
it's
not.
like-
No, wait, no, I'll play with you, Keisha. I want to play with you. I just forgot about
I'm
it.
so bad at that game.
okay. I'm not actually mad. I just thought it was
Now I'm
funny.
offended. Now I'm offended.
Why are you offended? Oh yeah, did anyone know about Timothy Chalamet's rap career?
It's
No.
incredible.
See? Fucking Scoozy?
Yeah, Matt, you say
Oh,
it. You know way more than I do.
He for his AP Econ class, he made a song called Statistics. It's a statistic rap, and it's pretty great. I sing it every day to myself.
It's kind of like when me and Keisha sang, "Look at this graph."
Mhm.
Yeah, because it has no substance, doesn't teach you anything.
Let's tell that story. One more
Makes your
time.
makes your teacher mad.
One
Yeah.
time I
has
wrote
all-
a song about Andrew Jackson for a history class, I think.
Why'd you choose Andrew Jackson?
I don't remember. I don't think that exists anywhere anymore. I think it got lost because I spent like a day on it or less.
Yeah. It probably was not good.
Yeah. But
Andrew Jackson.
but you know what?
Trail of Tears.
When you're a high school
Trail of
junior and
Tears.
you display any sort of talent at all or any sort of effort in a school project, your teachers are very impressed regardless of quality.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I got a
no,
I
fucking-
remember
good ass grade.
Also
on
true in
that.
college. Just putting that out there.
my junior year of high school in my A push class with featuring my favorite teacher of all time, Dave Hughes.
Dave
Dave
Hughes.
Hughes.
Shout out to Dave Hughes.
He literally, we had like an end of year project where we were just supposed to choose something that had to do with American history, and like it had to be basically a project where you could tell you worked on it for quite some time.
Right.
And he literally gave everyone in the class the same score. Everyone got a 96 regardless of what they did.
Fuck yeah.
Everyone.
Wow.
And he told people out loud their score. He was like, you know, that was a really good, interesting movie, Josiah, on the Alamo. And even though we never talked about the Alamo, and this was actually just you filming an action movie with your friends, and then one person pretended to die at the end, that's a 96. I made one cupcake correlating with every American president at the time and basically just frosted them whatever their political party was. And I got, what, a 96.
Shout out to Dave Hughes.
I did 1 day's worth of work. Shout out to Dave Hughes. Ugh, what a guy. But egg.
Egg.
Truly egg.
Mhm.
We are truly
Truly
egg.
That's good. That's good.
We didn't make the Danny
I'm gonna-
DeVito joke where he says, "Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?" We forgot. to
Oh,
do that
you're
one.
right.
It's
You're
true.
right. You're right.
We missed
You're
out on a
right.
lot of egg jokes.
Yeah.
Eggs
Well, we
are
did talk
funny.
about
Look
the
at my little egg over
implication.
there.
Yeah, she calls it a man egg.
Nobody will say it, but eggs
a
are
nice
funny.
Yeah, funny thing.
Eggs are so funny.
I mean,
Well,
like
name a funnier food.
it comes out of chicken butt, and it's like round.
Remember that
That's
episode of Always
hilarious.
Sunny in Philadelphia where Donnie DeVito tries to hang himself, but it like doesn't work because his neck is so thick. So he's just hanging from the ceiling, and they're all like, "Oh no!"
Oh, that show.
I think about that
What
all
a
the time.
show.
It's so funny.
It's always in my brain.
Just hanging from the ceiling like that. Really good.
I really thought you were gonna talk about him coming out of the couch on the Christmas special.
Now,
Yeah.
Christmas special is so weird.
special. Okay, this happened like 2 days ago where I fell asleep watching something on Hulu, and then I woke up to somehow
Right.
the Christmas special of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but right at the part where Charlie bites Santa's neck.
Right.
And it was an unpleasant thing to see
Yeah.
2:30 in the
To
morning.
wake
I
up
fully
to.
don't like that Christmas special. I don't know what it is about it. They just like go so far off the rails with the fact that they get to be like unrated. It feels like so performative and unfunny. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you ever like fall asleep watching a YouTube video and YouTube just like takes you to like the weirdest fucking corner of the internet
Oh my
apropos
God.
of nothing, and you wake up and you're like, what the fuck is going on? I
always
once
do
did
it.
that, and it showed me a scene of anime where these little girls go up in an elevator and one of them fucking dies. And turns into a
Fine!
cube.
Adeline, I
turns
think
into
you're-
a
That happened to me too.
I think Adeline,
That-
you're confusing that for when that happened to Kezia because she told us about that.
No, that fucking happened to me. I swear to God,
That
it
literally
fucking
happened to me too. That it's that same.
I don't. What is like the connection that brings you to that video? Because I swear to God, I
I
can like
don't
go
know.
back far enough in my history to find it. It was like months and months and months ago.
Because it's probably around that time where top 10 anime betrayals.
You know
Like,
what?
that
That
was a
probably
meme.
maybe might have been what it was. Where it's just like in the middle of one of those videos and you wake up and it's 2 a.m. So like you don't really know what's going on. Yeah, I don't
That
know what the
did-
fuck's up with that.
What's that anime? It's like Into the Abyss or something like that.
Something
I did a
like
lot
that.
of research on it because it really freaked me out.
Yeah.
It freaked me the flip out, everybody. It's sad and gross. And
Yeah, it's fucking
again, bury your
disturbing.
gaze and turn them into a gelatinous cube.
And one into a bunny? Question
Yeah. And that, would you rather be a bunny or a gelatinous cube?
mark? Bunny.
Exactly.
Going for Cube.
I would choose cube.
like in the Phineas and Ferb movie. But he's furry. He's a furry cube.
Oh yeah.
If
And
you're a
that's
rabbit, you
always
die in
his
like
form.
a year. If you're a gelatinous cube, you get to hang out for a while, probably. I think.
Exactly.
Isn't it like a thing that the gelatinous cube is like immortal in that fucked up anime?
Yeah, maybe.
You want to be immortal?
No, they don't want to be immortal. That's the worst part.
Exactly.
Because then later, spoiler alert, I went deep into the abyss because I needed to know what was going on with this cube and this bunny. And like what ends up happening is the bunny has to shoot the cube because the cube will live forever. In pain.
I'm
Yeah.
imagining like a chill gelatinous cube though, like a Minecraft.
No,
gelatinous
no.
cube.
It's like
No.
a horrifying, undulating
No, but I'm
gelatinous
saying
cube.
I want to be
Just,
like a
like,
Minecraft
heavy
cube.
breathing.
I want to be like
Yeah,
a
you wanna
Minecraft
be like-
gelatinous cube that bounces around. And
But Jackson, then you'd have to live in Minecraft forever, and you'd fucking hate that.
well, it would. be
No,
in the
there's
real
that one
world.
guy who perfectly recreated Disneyland in Minecraft, so that's not
Oh
the
yeah,
worst
Yeah,
thing
that's
in
a
the
I
fun
agree.
world.
thing.
Could go there.
Right.
There's the like
Galaxy's Edge.
IRL server that's like a 1-to-1 like perfect recreation of the real world, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want
Because
that. I don't
people
want
on
to be a cube.
Minecraft do be making things.
They do.
They're very creative people. The Minecraft people.
They stay making things.
That sounds like a very measured compliment, Keisha.
Listen, I don't know anything about Minecraft. I'm sorry. I think it's probably so great and so fun. And
Am
to
I
middle
the only
schoolers talk to
person
me
who
about
likes
it.
Minecraft here?
I've never played Minecraft.
What
I'm
the
gonna
not
try.
fuck?
against it.
Where am I?
Well, that's on
I'm not
us.
against Minecraft. Yeah.
That's on us.
See, I
We
didn't.
were
I
never
didn't.
given the tools.
Yeah, we
Because
weren't. We didn't
Minecraft-
grow up in a video game family.
In a video game.
The Wii house.
Yeah, the
We were
first
a
thing we
Wii
got was
family.
a Wii in 2010.
Yeah, me and Jax are very lucky to grow up with parents who knew what video games were, and by parents I mean mother, because Dad still doesn't know. Maybe.
No, Dad played video games. He was just
He did.
very particular about what video games he would play.
Yeah, I'm just joshing.
Yeah, we played Big Brain Academy.
Oh fuck yeah! How
That's a
big's your
fun
brain
game.
now?
Big. 'Cause I
Nice.
get it.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I've got a mushy,
Yeah.
mushy brain now.
Brain mush.
Well, do you think that was because of Big Brain Academy? Maybe there's a class action lawsuit in that.
Oh
I
man.
think it's
Yeah,
no. I
that's
think it's
true.
because we haven't been playing Big Brain Academy.
Yeah.
If we had been,
We should make a No Nerds Allowed Minecraft server because I can and
No,
will do
I
that.
don't want to do that
Why? Because you're a fucking dunce and you don't like Minecraft.
because I don't like Minecraft that much, and all of my friends in Utah are really into Minecraft right now, and the amount of energy I exert on a weekly basis pretending to care about all their antics on Minecraft is staggering.
Jackson, I will fucking take your place on that Minecraft server in a fucking second.
Do it. I don't fucking care.
I will because I love tapping in and know the gang at the hollow. I will jump on that
They're
shit.
like, oh, we made a big tunnel underground and there was wheat and then we all got to the end of it and it was really funny. And I'm like, that's incredible, you guys. I'm so happy for you. That's
Well,
what my life
Kate
looks like
said
right
they
now.
would go.
Jackson-
They
Jackson,
would.
be like-
wor-
not to be like,
worst
take my
roommate
wife,
award goes
but-
to Jackson.
I just don't like Minecraft. I don't think it's that
Hey,
fun.
hey, that's okay. You don't have to like it.
I
No,
know I
Jackson does
don't.
have to like Minecraft.
It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's good.
Hearing them
I'm gonna
talk about what they did in Minecraft is like even worse than hearing about somebody else's D&D campaign. It's just like, oh,
And most selfish person award goes
that's
to.
great. That's super cool that happened. That's incredible.
I would say I would argue on the scale of listening to things that you were not a part of. I would say that listening to somebody else's D&D is the most enjoyable, and and the least enjoyable is listening to somebody talking about a dream that they had.
Yeah. I think it's equal because I have an equal frame of reference for both. And I just have to be like, wow.
Dreams? Oh.
I think you just gotta be
I talk
better
about
at
my dreams
explaining
all the
it.
time.
Yeah.
I've had insane dreams for the past month.
Maddie,
Oh,
Last
tell
night
us
I got
about it.
please do not
I
tell
got
me about your
doxxed in my
dreams.
dream last night. I got doxxed. You don't want to hear about me getting doxxed in my
No,
dream?
it didn't happen in real life. What am I supposed to say?
It felt real.
Cool.
Say, wow, I'm so sorry I
Just
got doxxed.
respond how
That's
you
really
would
hard."
normally. Respond how you would in a conversation.
I would say, that's so funny. What if that happened?
It's funny when I got doxxed. It was dramatic.
I think it's because we watched Black Klansman. I think that's what set it off.
Then I got.
You had the
that's why I got
slurs in your
doxxed.
head already.
Yeah, I was called so many slurs.
Okay.
It's good times.
Are we done?
It's
streaming?
good times, everybody. I don't want to finish on slurs though. Let me think of something else. Eggs.
Egg.
Egg. Hey, what's your favorite way to eat eggs?
Deviled eggs are fucking delicious.
Oh, fucking! I'm about to
Mm.
go off. Okay.
Mm.
Jackson's
Here we
got
go.
egg opinions.
3 eggs in a pan. 3 slices of bread for a double-decker sandwich. You coat the bread with egg on both sides in the pan. You take that, you chop it all up so the extra egg is in there, and you put ham and a cheese of your choice, and you stack it up twice high with the extra egg, you know, just inside as part of a sandwich. A+. A+ experience.
I am. For some reason, I'm having a hard time picturing. Exactly. So you like.
I've seen him make
Are they
it. It truly is
are
a
they
monster.
Are they scrambled at first?
No.
Eggy. Oh, just fried.
Liquid egg. Put it in
Liquid
the pan.
egg. Liquid egg.
Yes,
Raw
liquid egg.
You know how an egg be?
You pour it in
I've
the
never heard
pan.
anyone. No one's ever said liquid egg before to me.
Liquid
Raw
beat
egg.
You pour it in the pan. It's starting to cook. Still water. Still fluidy.
But
though.
it's been scrambled and beaten.
Yes. That's not
Okay,
what scrambled
that's-
means.
That's yes, it is.
No,
what are you talking
scrambled,
about?
scrambled is when it cooks.
What?
The egg is
What?
still raw. You put it in before the pan is hot. You put
Okay,
the
yeah.
egg in.
Okay. I grew up in a house where you beat the eggs and then put them in the pan always. You never scramble it in the pan.
That is also
I
yes,
just-
that's true of me
I was
too.
just-
I beat
That's
it.
also part of the
Okay.
Keisha, open your mind.
Oh my gosh.
Beating
I'm
the eggs
just-
is when you
I'm
mix
just
it up.
asking if they're whole fried eggs or not.
Oh, you've got beat eggs. They're
Mm.
orange all the way through.
Completely yellow.
Yellow. You pour it in the pan.
Okay.
It's hot. They're not
Yes.
cooked yet. There's a layer of liquid on the bottom of the pan. Take the bread, plop it in there,
Mhm.
flip it over. There's egg on both sides.
Yeah, I've seen it on the TikTok. I've seen that before.
Oh, okay. Sure. Then you flip it over at some point. Then you put ham and cheese on it, and you stack it up as a sandwich. So you've got good eggy
Okay.
bread
Okay.
with
Got
all
it.
the fixins. You can put whatever you want in there. Mayonnaise. I don't. Spinach.
Mayonnaise. I wouldn't
Whatever you
personally.
want.
Ham,
Too much.
water
Man
blend.
egg. What?
Mercurous.
Mercurous.
Workers. Okay, that's a good way to eat eggs.
Can we be done?
Yeah, let's be done.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We got some new people in the chat like Lex, Cool Kid, A, and fucking Gerald, the Beast in the chat.
Gerald's back.
And Seth Catalano was here also. I think he just stopped by to talk about Dark Side of the Moon, but that's totally fine. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Also cauliflower.
We
That's a
got
fun name.
Dylan and Cauliflower was here.
Also,
Yeah, we
I hope
got
your
some-
pound cake turned out, Dylan. That's exciting.
Yeah, that sounds fucking delicious right now. But yeah,
Bring us
thanks for
some,
stopping
Dylan.
by. Ring that bell. Hit subscribe. We do this almost every Friday. And if it's not a Friday, it's usually a Thursday or a Saturday because, you know, work and other stuff like that. But yeah,
Life.
we'll always be streaming. So do it.
Oh, and
Bye.
next week we are talking Like Mike with the guys from First Play podcast, which I'm pretty excited
Gotcha.
about.
And Keisha, do you want to say why you won't be here? Do you want to have your cultural
Oh.
moment?
I was joking when
Oh,
I said
I
that.
forgot.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being serious
I
about
will-
that.
It's
I will-
important.
I mean, I won't be there.
Shed
It's
light on the
next-
culture.
next week is Chinese New Year, so I'm gonna be doing
Gung-hee.
Gung Hei Fa Choi. But we have to do a bunch of Chinese stuff, which is boring and annoying. But it's
It's
also
Chinese
great
New Year.
fun,
I'm gonna
so-
do Chinese
Boring?
stuff.
It's not boring. I'm sorry I said that. It's just like I can't come.
It's fun
I'm gonna be
stuff.
busy. It's fun stuff like burning offerings to our ancestors
And eating food.
and eating food. That's
Burning
the
things
Chinese.
and eating food is the most fun thing I could think of.
Yeah, that is the ultimate Chinese experience. Is just burning, like buying paper specifically to burn and then eating food.
And you can't wash your hair. You're not
And you
allowed to
can't-
wash your hair.
Can't wash your
You have to-
hands.
You can only wash your hair at a very specific time.
Oh, your hair. That's right. That's right. I need
Okay, I'm
can
stopping
wash-
the
you
stream
can wash
now.
your hands.
We're done.
Okay. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody.
Goodbye.
Gangi Bachoy.
Go get my joy.